What it is and what it do. We are live, boys. Hope y'all caught the premiere earlier. And then, of course, 815 or 815's premiere after that. Got a little bit of things to discuss today. I've already started drinking a little bit, guys. Nothing major, just, talking. What's up, Out of Order Garage 113? How you good boys doing? We're going to talk about YouTube. We're going to talk about the Volvo. We're going to talk about no-name nationals. So, y'all buckle up. Anybody wants to join, y'all let me know. And I can get on Instagram and get y'all a link. Yep. So, how is everyone doing out there? I see Bubba popping back in there. Hey, Bubba. Hope everything going well for everyone. A little slow start today, gentlemen. It may be just you and I. That'll be all right. Let's see here. So, let's see. All right. What's up, Bill Beckett? Wasted. What's up, bro? Like I said, a little slow start today, gentlemen. They'll get everything set up. What's up, Dr. Arts Hot Rod Rehab? Rich is back. What's up, buddy? So, I guess we'll start talking about YouTube. So, we got some big plans this year still. The goal this year is still 5,000 subscribers. I am doing the 50 days, 50 shorts thing challenge, I guess. Anybody can do it. I've challenged myself to it, or I'm doing it myself. And so far, it went from 1,521 subs, and it is the 5th day, and is now at 1,541 subs. 1,500. Alrighty. What's up, Smacky's Garage? All right, Wasted is cool, buddy. So the shorts are working so far. It's only day 5. I'm not mad at it. What's up, Corey? So I'm going to continue doing that. It is the 50 days. I'm going to push it out to one short a day. I don't know if they'll all be car show stuff. I got another car show this weekend that the LSV or the LS Volvo is going to. And it's supposed to be a YouTuber car show. In fact, I can pull that up and kind of share that with everybody if I can find it. 113, how's it going, buddy?
Not bad. How you doing? You look lonely, so I thought I'd join you with the drink.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, man, it didn't have a lot going on today, but I figured some people would show up, and Wasted said he's well after he eats, and you showed here. So.
Yeah.
We had the premiere, and then 8:15 had a premiere. Everybody did pretty good.
Yeah, good YouTube night.
Oh, dang. Dr. Ars, that's pretty good. Wow. Got over 2,000 subs. That's really good. I tell you, the first 500 subscribers was a huge struggle. For me, anyway. 500 to 1,000, and man, it's been this community. Everybody's been great. Everybody's been helping out. And then after that, it's been a little slower again, but it's still coming. I'm not mad at it. Yeah. But the shorts, I think, are going to help. So I'm going to try it. Yeah. I'm still going to make regular content, but speaking of 81.5, what's up, buddy? What's up, bad tree? Yeah, how's your short game going?
The ones that I put up went good, but I just haven't been keeping up on doing them very often. I think one of them hit like 2K. The other one's around 1,500. So seems to be working.
All right. I'm trying to find the stuff about this car show because I can pull it up. I know it's in Benton, Arkansas.
Yeah.
I forgot what it was called.
I don't remember.
Might help.
I think I said I wasn't going, so I haven't seen some of the updates.
Yeah. I understand not wanting to go. So it's $35 to get in, which is, that's about standard, a little high, but not about standard to get a car in. But to spectate, it's $20.
Oh yeah, I remember you mentioning that one.
Yeah.
Little Rock Mayhem. It's not even in Little Rock. Little Rock Mayhem YouTubers Fest Car Show.
Clickbait.
Hopefully, it's not too much mayhem.
Yeah. Good luck with that.
Stuff.
It'll look great from Conway. I won't be able to see it at all.
I see you got is that a new hat you got over there too?
Oh, me? No, this is the old one.
Is it?
Yeah, I need to get some new hats.
You can get that LSX swapped hat.
I need to.
I need to figure out how to get it on the website. I'm struggling using this website. Like I got one made for me, but now trying to get it uploaded onto the website for some reason it's not taking it.
Really?
I don't know.
Yeah, Smackies. You got to pay to spectate. They say it's because, or for what I gather, they're saying it's because there's some big YouTubers there. I don't know. Battery, I did get some stickers, buddy. Appreciate you. Did you get yours yet, man? What's up, Jason's Garage?
So in other words, they probably paid some people to come to the car show, and they're trying to get some money back.
Yep.
You might be right. I'm not going to rule that out. What's up, mongrels, dudes? All right, I'm going to pull up this car show, and we can check it out. Everybody see what's going on there?
Yeah.
That better? I like that better.
I did subscribe to all three of them.
So Stunna, Reese, Sullyman, and Real to Real are the big YouTubers going to be there. Mm-hmm. Top 75 whip awards. Now, I don't know how many cars are going to show up, but if there's at least 75, maybe I'll get maybe the Volvo will finally get a trophy.
In its second attempt.
You know what? People probably think I'm mad because it didn't win at the first car show. I'm not mad because it didn't win. I'm mad because there were 5 stock cars there that won trophies.
Yep.
Like stock cars. And I understand if it was like a 1970 car and it was totally stock. I'm good with that. Even the 96, I'm like, okay, maybe. But the 2006, the 16, the 2020 model, I'm like, why?
There was a 2022 there also.
I forgot about that Corvette.
Yeah.
What were the cars, dude says? Well,
3 Corvettes.
Yeah, there was a 96 Corvette, a 2016 Corvette, a 2022 Corvette, a 2006 Mustang. It looked like a rental car. I mean, there was nothing. It looked like a rental car, a V6 rental car.
Yeah, it did.
And then an SSR.
And there was another one too. I can't remember what the other one was.
Was this a judge? Was it judged by the people that entered the car show, or did they have?
No, it was people putting it on, and they were not car show people. They weren't car people. They were just a church or something. I don't even know, but I don't know. I just wasn't happy.
I don't know. I felt like it was a group of guys. They did do a category of spectators where you could vote, and people that were in the show could vote. Those cars were good.
The one that won them, the ones that won that, they did great. I thought.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, you actually.
I would have picked it
walking up to the awards. You talked about, was it 55 or 56 Ford? The one that won the overall, the maroon, the truck.
No, that was a Chevy.
Oh, is it Chevy? I didn't remember.
Yeah, it was a 64 pickup.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It's more squared off. Yeah. We walked by that, and you were like, "That'd be a great one to win Best in Show. That truck's great," and he ended up winning the whole thing.
Yeah, Dr. Art. I don't have any 24s to go to that show.
Put 13s on
I
it.
did put 17s on there. So,
but they're clean though.
They are clean. Yeah, I don't know about this car show. If it was a little further away, I wouldn't go. If the weather was a chance to be bad, I wouldn't go. But we'll see. What's up, Buck Desert? Maybe it'll be a good car show. I don't know.
I hope it's a great show, great turnout. I hope you win multiple awards and have a good time.
Yeah, well, and hopefully, get some subscribers and get some more people into the YouTube, into our YouTube community. Not that we own it or anything, but one that we're in, I should say.
I think that you would gain.
You broke up pretty bad, buddy. I couldn't hear you.
I would think that you would gain something at least on there.
Yeah, I'm sure. If anything, I'll get some more short content, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And I'll probably go live again at the car show. A little 10, 15-minute live. What'd you guys think about that?
I thought it was cool.
I didn't want to go live the whole time. It's kind of a small car show. I didn't want to go live the whole time, and I didn't want to just keep talking and talking and talking. So I want to do a short live where I kind of showed the cars I liked and some of the other ones, and just be done with it. So hopefully it's good for everybody. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm going to No Prep Kings race next weekend. Yeah, not this weekend, next weekend. So I'll probably try doing a live there and see how that goes.
What's that consist of?
What do you mean?
It's No Prep Kings. I mean, it's like, what's it?
It's a No Prep drag race. So all the street outlaw guys are there.
Quarter mile?
8th mile.
8th mile.
Seems like 8th mile is the dominant thing anymore.
I guess so.
For not big.
No idea.
So it should be cool. I should be able to get tons of short content from that as well. I think actually my biggest short on YouTube came the last time I was there. That was like 20K views.
Oh, nice.
Maybe get a Honda Civic and get the whole 15 seconds on one short.
I don't think there'll be any of those there.
You don't know, maybe.
Yeah.
What are you bringing there?
It's in Ohio, so it's like a 8 hour drive. So, yeah, spectate and record.
Mm-hmm.
So leave Friday, racing starts Friday night, Saturday, and then come home Sunday. Should be fun. There's a group of us that go to at least one of those every year.
Oh, yeah, that'd be cool.
That's pretty cool.
We were at the auction 113, and I went to the car auction, the dealer auction the other day, and there was I think it was a 2016 Dodge Caravan.
Yeah,
across, and I was like, man, it was $1,200 or something. I was like, man, that would have been good for this thing that Waste is talking about doing.
Yeah,
can't be for 500 though.
It had a bunch of miles on it, but it looked.
It would have been good for sure. Had the fold away seats and everything in it.
I've had another channel reach out that was kind of interested in doing something similar to what we did.
Some kind of collab. Cool.
Yeah. I don't know if he's going to end up doing it or not. He was just kind of tossing the idea around to me and kind of asking some questions on how things went, kind of stuff that you don't get to see on camera.
What's up, nerds?
Planning, what we had to do prior, that kind of stuff.
How are
What's
y'all
up,
doing?
Dancing?
It's great, Dancing. I love that.
That's good, Dancing. That's where it needs to send you.
Hey, it's starting to rain here, so if it gets too loud, let me know. And
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
I better go put some windows up. I'll be back.
Oh, yeah, you should. Well, hey, everybody. Welcome to the live. How's it going, Wasted?
I'm a logger now, apparently.
Yeah. Logger Talent Fabrications. Is that
Yeah, apparently I run medium equipment and log mountains. No.
So how many subs are you up to?
I
I
just
didn't
did
go
the
and check.
automotive thing to get me to 1,000 subscribers, and after that, changed the whole game. But yeah, I got they approved my monetization today, so watch those ads.
That's awesome. I had 2 on your video today, so.
Oh yeah, I need to up those
Not gonna
numbers.
lie.
Those are rookie numbers.
Yeah. Yeah. Cletus's live had a 4-minute and something video before the live started on ad. I was like, yeah, I'm not going to watch that whole thing.
I'm skipping that. Sorry.
Sorry, not on the live. On his premiere, he did.
Oh yeah, so I was in for the premiere, and then out. I've been dealing with some things for the rental property in DC. And of course, they called. So I didn't even finish watching all of yours, Eric. I got to the very beginning and then had to take that phone call. So I got to go back and watch all that.
Yeah.
Well, I would hold off a little bit because there was
Can
some.
you hear him? Because I can't hear him.
I can hear him.
Okay. I don't hear Eric at all. Nope.
No,
Project.
nothing.
I hear you just fine. Do you hear him at all now, Wasted?
Nope.
Huh.
What the heck?
Cletus, can you hear 815?
Can you hear me?
Wasted can't
All
hear
right.
him.
Let me leave and come back and see if that does it.
Yeah. Bye.
Well, I'm glad you said something, boy. That'd been bad. I cleaned the sunroof drains out, and the floor was wet, so I took all the floor mats out and was letting the floor dry with all the windows down and the sunroof
Oh,
open.
yeah. I did my line vents yesterday.
All right. How about now?
Oh yeah, I can hear him fine now.
Oh,
Great.
perfect.
Can you hear me?
So yeah, Cletus, are you? Can I hear you? For real?
Oh,
Listen, my internet is backwoods. I am getting internet though. I just had to pay $300 to have them bring a phone line. Yes, a phone line to my house so I can get DSL.
so when we start making fun of dial-up internet, it'll be your internet we're making fun of.
Yes, it's dial-up. Yeah.
Yeah.
So get
Yeah.
this: these guys literally brought fiber optics to the probably 3 miles away from me and set up a distribution center to send out DSL to all of the houses. So fiber optics literally goes by probably 30 miles of properties, and no one can actually get the fiber optic because it's not for them; it's to give them slow internet.
Wow.
Yeah.
Bill Beckett, that's cool, buddy. They have a car. They have a bunch of cars and coffees, and now they got a cars and Coke. But I wanted to put the car. I wanted to get a trophy for this Volvo, just so I could be like, oh, we got a trophy. So far, for the one car show I went to, we wasn't even close. I don't think. But
Well, to be fair, you were at the wrong car show for that car.
definitely that.
Yeah.
The car show we were going to go to, we decided not to. It was, and I'm glad we wouldn't have made it, but it was pretty far away, and the weather was supposed to be pretty nasty.
Yeah. Well, so anytime you have a car show that says it has 27 categories for like 50s, 60s, and 70s, and then says 75 and newer,
Right.
It's not the right car show for you.
Right.
Well, and they had 2 categories. One was 70s and newer hot rods, I think it was, and 70s and newer classics. I'm like, what? So we did the hot rod, I think is what you originally signed up for. And then we got there, the lady said to put it in the classic. It's like, okay. So
Yeah. The fact that you're gonna lump in what fucking 60 years, 50 years of fucking cars, it tells you that's not the car show you should be at.
You know, it was a pretty small car show. I think if that 96 Corvette wasn't there, I think we would have got third place.
because there would have been no other cars to take
Exactly.
I know, you're walking around doing your live stream talking about, man, I hope we get a trophy, and I'm looking at the cars going, there's no fucking way he's getting a trophy, bud.
There was, we were the only real shit box there.
I didn't know how many. I didn't know. Well, that Suburban with a boat motor, that was kind of a shit box.
Yeah, it was. I agree. It would be closer.
I liked it. Don't get me wrong. I really liked it.
Oh, yeah, it was
Yeah.
cool.
Oh yeah.
I don't listen. Shitbox is not a derogatory term.
No.
Oh no, yeah, I didn't think so.
And that's why
there's a difference
ahead.
between a piece of shit and a shit box.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of like Honda Ridgeline versus just a shitty, the shitbox truck.
I mean,
Just kidding, Ryan.
I see what you're trying to do there, but it didn't really work.
Yeah, it did.
Right.
I didn't deliver it well enough. But he
I didn't
got
hear you complaining the last time you rode in it, but
Oh,
or when I brought your LS engine down here, whatever.
right. Hey, that was the first time that I seen a Honda Ridgeline with LS in it.
Same here.
I have to assume that's been done already at some point.
Oh, I'm
I
sure
haven't
somebody.
found it yet.
Yeah, maybe
I
not.
found
Maybe
it.
that's a new challenge. That is a front wheel drive, so you would have to get. It would behoove you to get the front wheel drive LS.
So
I'm not doing it. So
what the fucking these goddamn sprinklers.
I was thinking, Wasted, you better make sure when you get this dial up that nobody picks up the house phone while you're on the internet.
Well, that's the
you
thing.
sound like you're on a house phone there, 815.
We won't have a house
Really?
phone. We're gonna have a house line, but not a house phone, essentially.
Ah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna find out that number, and every time you're on the internet, I'm gonna call.
I don't think it works like that, but I could be wrong.
Oh, that's how it used to work. Of course,
DSL doesn't work
it wasn't
like that.
DSL. It wasn't DSL back then. It was actual dial-up.
Yeah, no.
DSL runs on a different. And it's been so long, but if I remember correctly, DSL you were fine with.
I as I remember from what I do remember about DSL, yes, that is the case. But
dancing, a lot of people, even though it wasn't close to winning the award, I don't think of anything. A lot of people looked at it, and a lot of people said they liked it.
Yeah. Even had somebody complain about the Kearney sticker.
It's unique.
I think a lot of the people that came up actually heard it when it pulled up.
Yes.
And throughout the car show, like some of them didn't show up till later, and they were like, "I heard you pull up, and I knew I had to come look at that. That's my kind of car," kind of deal.
Oh yeah,
so that was cool.
It's pretty loud. I don't know if I'm going to put quieter mufflers on it. I've been thinking, well, maybe I won't. I'll probably put some a little quieter. I don't know.
Make it for a drive.
Well, now that it's running better, does it not cackle so bad when you get in it?
I wouldn't say running better.
Oh,
it's running better. When I'm driving it like at a constant speed or whatever, it's not bad at all.
Yeah.
When I let it off or just let off the gas and try to let it slow itself down, boy, it starts cackling bad. Then
Oh well, yeah. I mean,
it's like a Jake brake.
My Z does the same thing. When I do it that way, yeah. That's a thing.
Do you see? Can you read the messages, Wasted?
I can when you put them on the screen.
Okay. Well, that one was for you. That's why I was wondering. So
when you're bitching about this place, listen. This place has a sprinkler system, and it never turns itself off. It comes on when I want it to, and then it just keeps cycling through all the zones over and over and over again.
So do you actually feel retired yet, or you just feel like you're on break still?
Oh no. At this point, I feel like I got a damn job. I'm a logger now. I don't get any days off. I'm driving equipment, fixing things that are broken. Everything's broken. Everything is broken.
What are y'all clearing all that for? Are y'all doing it for logs?
Yeah, we're selling logs.
Yeah,
we're milling up any of the cedar trees we take down. We're milling up on our mill. Some of the pine we're doing, and all the firs we're selling. My dad has gotten out of the weed game, and he's into the tree game now.
Well, the price of lumber, how high it was, I understand.
That's exactly what it is. They're paying more now per board foot than they've paid in the last 10 years. And so everyone's taking them down.
I got a bunch of people could take down. They can take down all they want.
Well, so we got, so we're cutting in roads up this hillside. Here, I don't know if this is gonna. Actually, it's working pretty decent. Oh, geez, look at this majestic. Camera's actually working pretty good out here. I should just do this outside more often. How do I? Oh, fuck it. So that's
turn your phone sideways, yeah. Up
there. That we're cutting roads up into and taking trees, and there's the pile of trees.
Turn it sideways so we get a better picture. There we go. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you got a couple trees there you can cut down.
Yeah, just a few. Well, we've taken a bunch out of what you see right there where the road goes up, and you can't really. It's not like we're killing the environment, you know. And then the more
they said you even look like a logger now.
I'm working on it, man. Listen, I'm pretty stoked with this developments of this beard. Regal, I think, is how I describe myself now. Yes.
Yeah, that's what everybody else is thinking too.
I also see that your beard is back. That didn't last long.
I kind of missed the long beard, truthfully.
Tried to tell you. Tried to stop you.
Well, I hated it while it was there, but now that it's gone, I'm like, man, I kind of miss the beard. I don't know.
Everyone keeps asking me how long are you gonna let everything get? To be fair, Corey, I let myself go before the retirement. let's not.
Hillbilly. Everybody's on you. What's up, Brailsford?
Hey, listen, I'm sure Brailsford is really gonna a red flannel. I mean, he's not wrong. The problem is it's too warm for red flannel here now. It was 87 degrees here today, boys. It was a warm one.
It's actually been nice here now. Last week it was stupid hot, but this week's been actually nice for now. So
I want to know why all of a sudden this freaking deal is working so much better.
Cut some trees down.
Maybe I let the Wi-Fi comes in, or not Wi-Fi. The freaking signal comes in better now.
There you go.
Hey, can you hear me at all?
Yeah.
Let's see, Brailsford. Yeah, I can get you a link,
Sounds
buddy.
like you're in a river, but
Yeah, it's pouring down. I'm gonna go back to you. Love the beard.
Well,
I mean,
I'm glad I put them windows up.
if you want, I can walk you down to the creek that's right there and get you some water noise too from my end. Here, no.
I don't think your internet worked that far.
It's not on internet. This is my phone. I'm on the cell tower.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I have no internet here. Our internet is what comes off the phone. I hotspot for everything. The struggle is real, boys.
So you've been driving a Z a lot?
Not a lot. I took it out. I've taken it out twice since I've been home. Went to some local little car meet thing. That's where I saw that Honda and that rat rod I put up shorts of. And then we went out to Mexico and saw some street racing. Oh my God, it's so terrible. It was such a good time.
So Street Fox.
Like, and some of the guys doing burnouts, I was like, that's not tire, that's clutch. Yep, that's clutch.
And they're just dumping the clutch.
Oh, dude, it was bad.
What's up, Canadian cousin?
Oh, there he is.
Hey.
Yo, that intro thing or whatever it is you're doing, the Brady Bunch or whatever the hell that thing is hilarious.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
Oh, thanks.
I'm telling you, that and the other video you did with the where you're shoving yourself and all that, boy, that stuff's next level, man. That's way beyond what I can do.
Well, I'm gonna kind of keep it along that theme. I just want to make sure you guys. Hey Tim, I just want to make sure you guys are okay with what I put in there. And if you are, then it's going to be that intro of me shoving myself, then the Brady Bunch type thing, and then moving on into. I'm going to keep it a little more lighthearted, I think.
Yeah. And the intros into your video with the confessionals, oh my God.
They are awesome to edit. I love doing those. That's my favorite part.
Okay, does he sound like he's on dial-up or is it just me?
No, he's a transformer now.
Yeah, he's.
Yes, this one on here too, so my internet must be real sketchy right now.
I caught some of what he said, but you're broken up pretty good, bud.
What's up, Brailsford?
Hey, Brailsford.
So, yeah, my only thought, wasted talent about your little face situation here is you look like a prospective artist who's trying to write his latest greatest masterpiece, and you locked yourself in the mountains for a year.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate actually for what I got going on here.
I'm just kidding,
You gotta
man.
change your name to
Enjoy,
Wasted
dude.
Talent Cletus.
Enjoy life on the outside.
Yeah,
So-
no, I've been. It's been nice doing it at my own pace. That has been nice.
I don't think I'm going to make it down there, but I'd love to go, but I don't think I can get 3 trips into the States this year.
Yeah, you'll have that.
They're only letting y'all
It's
do 2
starting to
trips, or
mess up over here. What is going on?
Well, I just can't afford to do 3 trips. I'd
Oh,
love
no,
to
yeah,
go to
no,
his
I totally
retirement
get
channel.
that. Totally get that. I mean, what are you doing with all that YouTube money you're making?
Hey, I'm not
making
the one
big
that
bucks.
just got monetized. Hey,
Big old Wasted got monetized. didn't it?
well, if he wants to pay for me, hello.
Well, I can tell you that the money is not rolling in. I don't know what we thought was
No,
going to
I
happen.
don't imagine it
Not
is.
rich, boys.
Yeah, sorry, I'm working at a
fair.
pretty
My
slow,
phone has been
slow
glitching out.
pace on the editing, guys, but I'll get her done eventually.
My son was here for a minute. He just left. I guess he got tired of it that quick.
I'm about to heat wrap my long tubes on my Fox body,
Yeah.
or at least
Nice.
wrap them around my starter so I
That's
don't melt
good
my
time.
starter. I don't care about anything else.
That's
I
the
just don't want my
problem I
starter
have
to die.
Yeah, the Z had the same issue where I was heat soaking the freaking starter.
All right, 113. See you, bub.
Well, I bought the most substantial heat shield I could, so hopefully it works.
Yeah. We were talking about how good the internet's being right now. It is. It's not doing good now.
It's fine. It's fine.
Well,
Well,
I used up all the bandwidth. Like, oh, you've used too much.
before all you guys jumped on, I was kind of talking about YouTube a little bit. About doing the 50 shorts, 50 days. I know Wasted, you had some luck doing that. Anybody else have any luck doing any of that stuff?
I get worried about doing that kind of stuff. I think that you might get the general hit from the shorts feeds, but I think your long-term followers, it kind of pisses them off, or can piss them off. Not piss them off. That's probably the wrong word for it. But they're just gonna stop watching stuff because they're seeing that you're putting it up every day. That's my opinion, though.
They might. They might.
Have a good night,
Well,
Tim.
I think if you're putting up something different every time, I would hope they're not. I can see if you're putting up the same thing over and over again, but I don't know. And I also don't know how much. I've asked this before. A lot of people don't get notifications or anything for your shorts.
For the shorts,
They just
right.
they stumble upon them. So I hope people aren't being inundated with my shit, but I don't know.
Family Garage says they haven't are inconsistent. They got 800 views and 30. Yeah, it happens. I don't understand the algorithm fully yet. I know it has to do with different times of day and stuff like that. Smacky says having good luck transferring the short viewers to long-term viewers. I don't know if I have either, Smacky. The information's not in yet. Not
So
there yet.
The deal with the shorts are, if you're looking for viewership and watch hours from your shorts, people that you get from shorts, I don't think you get it from them.
Sure.
Like in my case, it worked out because I was over on hours and I just needed subscribers. And Midnight Road was the same way, where that it was able to get us to where we needed to be.
Nice.
Thanks, Big Block. Yeah, most people won't know what we're talking about. Hopefully I'll have that out next week or the week after.
You're doing a good job with it. You really are.
Thanks. Yeah.
I'm impressed. Tim, if I didn't say goodbye, buddy, see you later. I'm sorry if I missed that.
Bye, Tim.
I hope Tim got his LSV shirt and all the stickers and stuff.
Well, I hope so. You sent it to him like forever ago, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I'm sure you got them by now. Dr. Art, yeah, you're right. It doesn't count towards your watch hours as far as monetization watch hours, but I don't know. I guess I don't need them, so I never really paid attention to that part.
And that's the same
Even
way I
way
was.
before I had my subs, even when I had like 300 subs, I was way above my watch hours because I got some evergreen content out there, some how-tos and stuff that people just watch. They just watch daily. And
and if you've got a lot, you have a pretty extensive catalog of stuff too.
I just with the shorts, I am now at 250 videos.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
I think I'm right at 400 right now, all told. And the shorts are not the majority of it.
No.
And well, and the lives were huge too for it. Like you can see since I stopped doing the lives, the watch hour.
Oh, I'm sure
that I took.
Well, I was doing once a week lives too, and then my it tells me, it pops up and says, you're 90 hours less than you were last month, and I'm like, yeah, that'd be all right.
Yeah, 100 and I think just around 200 hours less than I was, and that's with I've been hitting the shorts, and the shorts have been doing good numbers for my views.
Well, I've actually been putting out actual videos now too, and I wasn't before, so it's kind of trying to even it out for me.
That was the trick. I was running lives and the shorts, so they were evening each. I put out a bunch of shorts during the week, but then I do 100 hours of watch time on a live, and it kind of evened itself out. Now I'm not doing that. It's real one-sided. So hopefully, when I get my rotary phone internet out here, I can start doing some lives again.
Yeah, the little meme show was pretty good. People like that.
It was a good time, yeah. And I've been trying to talk dudes into where we do an alternating schedule type thing.
Yeah.
Because I think that works well for both of us. And we're basically both doing the show together anyhow, so why not go back and forth?
I don't know. He hadn't done much on YouTube.
Well, he's been real busy.
So I did register for the No Name Nationals. I've got my plane tickets booked.
Nice.
So I'm coming down, guys, at this moment, unless something happens.
Don't be saying that kind of stuff. We're saying you're coming down. So how close are you to 500 now?
90 away.
90 away. Big Block. Do you mind putting Mongrel's link in the chat? Also, put your link in the chat, Big Block. I know you're still trying to hit that 500, bud.
Getting close.
And 113, how close are you to 500?
26.
Look at them go.
Listen, I'm telling you,
all you guys are climbing up there, and Wasted's over 1,000 now. 815's over 1,000. Boy, I'm so glad you guys are climbing. Dude,
well, I'm telling you, man,
still.
These shorts are the way to do it if you want to climb subscribers. I can't tell you that it translates into watch time from your other videos.
Or if it's sustainable, how long they're going to stay and all that stuff. We just don't know yet.
Don't know any of that. I'm averaging right now 5 a day uploading. So I'm uploading 5 shorts a day, and I'm averaging 5 subscribers a day.
Damn it, boy. I don't think I'll ever do 5 shorts a day. If this shorts does well, I might go to 2 a day.
Well, and the deal is with that is, out of those 5, my best day I had 4 hit. Normally I have 1 or 2 that hit, and then the other 3 or 4 get recycled, and then they hit. And I basically keep recycling them until they hit. And there is no rhyme or reason to when or why they hit.
Rob says he's stuck at 158. If you guys haven't checked him out, y'all go check him out.
Yeah, Rob, don't get too hung up on getting hung up. Like even right now, I'm at a wall. You'll hit a wall, and then you'll climb. Then you'll hit a wall, then you'll climb.
It's not a wall. It's a plateau.
A plateau.
Well, the big
wall, L.
The big thing is, and everyone said it to me before, and I if you don't have your watch hours or you're not near your watch hours, you're going to be in the same boat like 815 is
Yeah.
right now, where he is over the 1,000, but he's still 1,000 hours short of being able to monetize.
Well, that's
He'll
where
get it. He will get it there, especially how much content he's putting out and everything.
Oh,
He'll
yeah.
get
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, and I get it. It's a matter of time. And there's also the saying that more subscribers equals more watch time. But I mean, it depends how you're growing your channel. Because
Thanks,
if
Mackies.
you're growing it my way through the shorts, I have not seen a uptick in viewership of my non-short videos to support the last 200 subscribers that have come in being a positive towards it. You know what I mean?
Sure. Well, Buck, if you listen to Wasted here, he's putting up 5 a day, and he gained subs. You know, he was already on an incline, but when he started doing that, he gained subs real quick. So,
so
you might want to do more than one short a day, Buck, and see what that does for you.
And that's the thing.
You're at 100
when they
now.
hit, and what I consider to be a hit is anything over 1,000.
Right,
When they
right.
hit
That makes sense.
1,000, 1,600, 2,000 views, I get 3 to subscribers, depending. So the days when I get like 3 or 4 videos that hit, those are the days that pull high numbers. You know what I mean?
Well, and it's like a commercial for you. Is putting your channel in front of people. Yeah, you got people that just watch shorts, and if they subscribe, you may never get anything about it. But you got some people that watch shorts while they're taking a crap or something, but actually watch videos when they're at their TV or computer. So hopefully you get some actual watch hours and a good subscriber out of it. You don't know. You know, it could go either way.
Well, and that's the thing. If I'm putting out shorts on a regular basis and you're watching my shorts on a regular basis, I hope that YouTube will show you my regular video at some point down the road.
Sure. Hopefully it'll, tell them, hey, watch this. What's up, Henry?
Yeah. Watch my shitty.
It's all about marketing, really. It's about marketing yourself. You got to think about yourself as you're a pea in a room. Like that's what you are. You're a little pea in a very large room. So you got to do whatever you can to get noticed.
So and that's the thing. You say marketing yourself in like kind of commercials. I started off kind of doing that, and now I've gone straight to where I'm just filming what I'm doing on a daily basis when I think it can make something funny or a decent short.
Well, especially since you're doing so much.
But
I see how busy you have been since you've been retired.
Later, Family's Garage.
Yeah, see Family's Garage. Well, what I'm saying though is with marketing is you got to do what you're doing right now. Get on these chats, get yourself known so people know to go over and watch you. Like just putting your videos out. You're a little pea in a very large room or a small fish in a very large sea, right? You got to do something to get noticed. Is that wasted? That's all garbled like that?
I think so. He's kind of in the middle of
Oh
nowhere.
no, did I lose you?
Nah, he just got a little feedback.
Yeah.
Sorry, my internet.
So, get on the live chats. Get talking on the chats and everything. Let people get to know who you are, and they'll go check out your channels. That helped. That's what helped me grow.
How's this past year been for you, Marcus? About a year ago, where were you at, and all that? So,
well, it took me, I think, just about a year to hit my first 30 subs.
Wow!
And then in the last 6 months, I've gotten just about 400 subs. So
nice. Well, you've been doing collab. I mean, you came all the way to Arkansas from Canada.
Yeah.
You've been on lots of lives. You've been putting videos out. You've been doing some shorts here and there. You don't do that many shorts, though.
No, I'm not a big fan of the shorts. I do them on occasion, but they're certainly not something I do consistently.
You've been putting your name out there, and
but what it does show is since I got back from Arkansas, I took a break because I'm trying to sort through some personal stuff, and it shows. Like everything's gone down. My view time's gone down. My subs have gone down because I'm not putting out any content. I'm not getting on live streams. I'm not doing a lot of the work. So,
but you gotta
put the work in.
Yeah, but you also got to take mental clarity time for yourself, man. This is like, it'll drive you. You can drive yourself insane doing this YouTube crap.
Oh, for sure. Especially before you start making money on it. It feels like you're beating yourself up. But you could do a good thing. A good thing for you to do, I think, is like Wasted did, and be. I'm not saying be a year in front of it like he was, but be 2 and 3 months out in front of your videos, or
Yeah.
even 3 weeks, be 3 weeks ahead, and that'll help you go and say, "Hey, I'm going to take a break this week." It's
Yeah.
not going to be a problem. It's already going to go.
I got
One
2
of the
weeks
things-
ahead once. That was just once.
One of the things I did, and you guys know this, is I've kind of refocused a little bit, and I'm going more towards the entertainment route rather than the
How-tos.
quantity route.
Well,
So,
and the
learning
quantity
new techniques and stuff.
and I definitely agree with that. Mongrels, that's awesome. That's what I've been trying to do this year is be more entertainment. Now I'm still going to do some how-tos. In fact, when I did the paint your engine, I still labeled that as a how-to.
Yeah.
Because how-tos get watch hours and people watch them.
Well,
But I don't want to be a how-to channel. I'm not a technician by trade.
yeah.
I can do some diesel stuff. That's what my little certifications are in and stuff. But that's not me. That's not what I'm wanting to do. I don't want to do it as a job, and I don't. I
Yes.
sure don't want to do it as a job.
You're an LS swap guy now.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right.
LS swaps are easy, right?
Hey,
Everybody does it.
has anybody else had somebody reach out to them since being on the videos and being asked if you can come do an LS swap for them?
No, really.
Oh, yeah.
I still get a lot of Hemi content coming at me. A lot of questions about the Hemi stuff because that's kind of one of my focuses. So
Sure.
a lot of people appreciate that content. I really need to get back into it at some point. But like I said, I'm kind of focusing on the entertainment, and I look at it. You guys are awesome. You've been helped me out so much. So I want to make sure I'm not just giving you 100% effort on this video. I want to be giving like 200-300% of myself because you deserve it. Like it was phenomenal to meet all you, work with you. That was just a fantastic, and we're not done. There's more to come.
Oh yeah,
Right?
I think so.
I'm trying to improve myself because I think putting that effort in there is worth it to help promote you guys.
Yeah, you're right. I think
I have to say your editing, that's one of the things that's come out of this that I really like is that everybody's really pushing their editing further and further. The stuff that you've sent us that you haven't fully released yet stuff is awesome. And I think people are going to love it. 815 doing the picture in picture thing, doing the multi-angle swap thing and stuff with it. It just, that's really cool to see people doing that. And it's really going to help channels.
Well, I sure hope so. And what, even if I just do that little bit, 5-10 minutes, I'm going to shoot for 15 or some 10 to 15, kind of that an area. But if it ends up being 5 minutes just to point you at your channel, I'm fine with that too.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that really sucked is me not having the videos.
Yeah.
So it makes it hard but it makes me get very choosy on what I pick to put in, what I do have, right? So, and if I could get some of the rival footage from you somehow, that would be great. Like
I can get that.
Up.
I can upload that through a Google Photos thing and get it to you that way. I was going to do it today, but I had jury duty this morning.
Okay. That's fine. Like I said, I'm still working on stuff. So like I went and started researching, watching, and just working on rotoscoping so that I could cut all that stuff out and put it in like I did. And that's a lot of work, let me tell you. It doesn't to get that little 2-minute section is hours and hours, right?
The little sections that I did which is nothing compared to what you did with the rotoscope stuff, but just with the typing on mine where it typed out the words and then it had the noise. And that took me 2 days to figure out how to do.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And I appreciated it. Like I seen that. I thought that was fantastic. I thought it was very well done. I appreciate the effort, but a lot of other people, it'll be neat, but they won't appreciate how much actual effort had to go into that.
Yeah,
well, and they won't realize it probably either.
Yeah,
if they realize it, maybe they'd appreciate it. But.
Oh yeah, but that little clip for each person, that's 4 different layers of editing stuff on there with the sound, the audio,
you should see that Brady bunch. How many different layers and different edits and everything else that is. That was insane, but I think in the end it turned out pretty good. I'm happy with it. I mean, I could clean it up a little bit more, but I'm like, you know what? For what we're doing,
Yeah.
it's
Looks
good.
great.
Yeah. I'd spent all that time doing that first day video, and I haven't done the Monday stuff because I'm missing so much stuff from Monday. I didn't edit that much, or I didn't film that much because I was doing lunch and that kind of stuff with it. So I missed a lot of the stuff. And then I didn't get the footage from other people for Monday on some of the stuff with it.
Yeah.
I have yours because you would upload it and stuff with it. And I have Cletus, I have mine. I think I have Wasted, but I think that's it. So
well, I don't want to take away from you guys that are doing the daily, first day 1, day 2. I don't want to do that.
Absolutely not.
I'm going to do something different. But I'm still going to say, hey, if you want to see, all the videos, if you want to see more, go to these channels. They're going to be doing this part of the build, or they're going to be doing this day or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm trying to go a little bit different format than what you guys did, so that it's a little bit different type of entertainment, and say, hey, you're going to get a lot of value out of watching his too. Like, you can watch this. It's kind of goofy and funny or entertaining, but you want what we actually did. Go watch that guy. I mean, he's got it. And you did a fantastic job. 815 did a fantastic job. Cletus, you did a great job. And Wasted, you're right. It does get easier. Like the first rotoscoping I did with Wasted, I think it took me a week to figure that out. And then by the time I got down to the Brady, I was getting guys done in about, an hour.
Oh,
so
yeah.
It got a lot faster, absolutely. But the initial learning curve is pretty steep.
Well, going on what Waste is talking about here, I didn't film much either. Luckily, people were filming so we get something, but really everybody was working the whole time. We didn't have, if we could do it over again, we would plan for something a little easier or a little smoother, maybe like a LS swap into a GM or something.
Yeah.
Something that would be, we wouldn't have to take so much time in, because the whole time everybody was working.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we took some breaks. I agree with what Dude said, that I think we work exactly to our potential. We weren't killing ourselves working the entire time. We took breaks. We did stuff. I think it worked out exactly like it should have.
Yeah, Smacky. That's one of the takeaways I had too. They're a 2 to 5 second switch between the shots on that professional stuff. They really, and it just keeps it like it's moving consistently, so you're not staring at the same thing too long. So absolutely, that's one thing you can do to help yourself out. Go look at what the professional stuff is and see what they're doing. Time it out. Watch their cut techniques. Watch their transitions. Watch their editing. See how they do things.
But don't get in your head about that, though. That's actually what took me so long to get the last video, probably why I haven't even started on the next one yet.
But that's what you got to.
I started overthinking, like, I didn't cut this enough. And I was like, because you had talked about
I think Mongrels is saying take it and make it your own. Like,
yes.
So take the outline of it and say, how can I do this, but not do exactly what they're doing? Because, if you worry too much about how I'm going to make it look like them, it's not going to be. But you can say, I want to make it look kind of like, I want to make it look professional like theirs. So I know I'm not anywhere close to that, boys. So
another key factor is music, sound effects, B-roll, all that stuff to kind of give your video. And what I mean by B-roll, it's not the actual content. It's something to enhance the content. It's something you did on the side. It could be a photograph. It could be a separate video. Like you guys seen the example I did. And I actually do have that one posted where I'm introducing the project. Hey, should we put an LS in this? Should we do it in this? Should we do it? That's all B-roll. That's got really almost nothing to do with anything we filmed. I did that all after the fact, but it still ties into it. And you can use that to spice up the actual content. But this is all stuff that you have to understand that it's going to take you a lot longer to produce something if you do that. And it takes a lot of effort. Like there's a lot of work involved. In the end, it may or may not be worth it. I don't know yet. We're going to find out.
Yeah. If you do all that work and get, 20 views, you're not going to be very happy.
No, no. But you got to kind of find that happy balance. Sure. But the biggest thing you have to do is find your audience and talk to them.
Sure. See what they want to see. Hear about what they like watching.
Mm-hmm. If they come to you because you're a Mopar guy, and then you start jumping over to Fords, you're going to lose a lot of interest. You might get some from the Ford guys, but those people that have been watching you for the Mopar knowledge, they're going to go away.
Yeah.
So you don't want to completely cut them out of the loop. You got to appreciate your fan base and do that as well. And the same with like 113, you're a cycles guy. If all of a sudden you switch to, hey, I'm going to start working on diesels. Well, the fan base that you built, they're going to be, what are you doing, man?
I was talking to Cletus about this today, about how my motorcycle content does so much better than, and my shop stuff, but that does so much better since I've done some of the more car stuff and that.
Yeah, well, it doesn't mean you can't venture into some of that other stuff, but stay to what your core
stay
wants
true
to
to
watch.
what you stay in the niche or niche.
Yeah, wasted. Yeah, that's BT.
You can do multiple things with it, I think, and that's my plan with it. I don't have any motorcycles to work on, and the problem is I don't have any of those videos stacked up, which I wish I did, like Wasted did, where I could alternate doing a Volvo video this week and a motorcycle video and a Volvo, and that kind of thing. I just don't have that ready at this time.
Yeah,
no.
Well, your channel's still pretty new.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
I did have some of that, but I've caught up. I've kind of caught it all up, and now I got to go make some new content. But I'm taking my time with the Volvo. I'm gonna really try to up the quality in the bar on that one, and see what I can and put out and be capable of, and just learn some new techniques.
Yeah.
Well, Street Fox, the Volvo, yes and no. It's still learning, so I can't say how fast it is, but as long as when I hit it, the air fuel ratio doesn't drop and it doesn't fall out real quick and then pick back up. As long as I can keep it up, which about 30% of the time it does, it's pretty quick. I can't floor it. That's how quick it is. It just about a quarter of the fuel pedal and it's gone.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm looking forward to seeing that car again, man. That's
hopefully by the time you see it, it will be so much better. It's getting better as it goes, but there's a long way to go.
Tell anybody about the wheel fun?
The wheel fun?
Not yet. Not yet. We'll get into that in a second.
Okay.
We'll get into that in 1 second. Let me catch up with the chat, and then we'll jump into that. That's a good idea.
What were you going to say, Ron?
Well, I suspect by the No Name Nationals, it's just going to be nice to see all of you again, and it's going to be great to see the car again. And because I never did hear that car fire up in person.
Oh no!
I would love to go for a ride in it and actually hear it in person. But more important than that, I'm just looking forward to getting together with all of you again.
Oh, it's gonna be great getting with everybody. I think everybody, maybe not dudes, but I think everybody else is going to No Name Nationals.
That's awesome.
I don't know if dudes is yet, and I don't know if he's decided, but.
Well, it sure be nice if he makes it. It'd be great to see everyone again.
And then also 815. His son's birthday is that day or something like that. So
okay,
we'll see. He could, I don't know. I think he should bring his son with him. I'm bringing mine. So
okay.
Well, and there's some other channels that I've talked to in the past. A DIY Hemi, for example. I know they're going. So I haven't had an opportunity to meet those guys. It'd be great to meet them in person as well.
Yeah.
There's just and to actually, like you said, hang out rather than work your butt off, go get something to eat and go to bed.
Well, Henry, hopefully Henry, we're keeping you entertained, bud. Sorry you can't see the video, but
I was wondering about Wasted's comment there you put up there. I was actually wondering, is there somebody around here who would tune it? I bet one of the speed shops or something might know somebody, but
I'm sure they would, and that may be something I get into. First of all, I got to get some more money because since I've had the Volvo, it has been just eating money. I've got over almost $600 in the steering system, and it still doesn't work.
The window,
that's $200.
Unexpected stuff is what I'm talking about.
Wait, what? You've got an old car that keeps costing you money?
The steering is not fun. I'm pretty upset about it because, it's It's got a new steering pump. It's got a new steering rack. It still leaks. It's still the steering pump doesn't work. It needs a new steering pump again. They're not wanting to honor the warranty. It just one thing or another. It'll be if I just got to get some more money because I still got to do the air conditioning. I still got to finish. I still got to get new. We'll get into the suspension now. The front struts are so bad that and especially now that I have good brakes on it because it's got new brake pads and rotors front back drilled and slotted. It just slaps the front tires. So now that the wheels stick out a little bit, it's hitting the fenders.
Oh, nice.
The inner fender. So it's like okay.
I was holding my breath half the way home from the car show.
Every time you hit a bump, like, is that going to pop a tire?
Yeah. Oh, we were peeling. When you get off, there's strips of rubber.
What?
Just coming off.
Do that for 4,000 miles. Then
yeah.
We got 98 miles on it right now. So
yeah.
This weekend I'm going to put some more. Now I don't know if I'm going to put the stock wheels back on it or I'm going to be able to roll the fenders enough that they're not cutting I don't mind them touching the tire. I just don't want them cutting into the tire.
Well, that was the back tire on the Mustang on the way down. We clearanced it on the way back. It was
self-clearancing.
Took enough. And you know what? I wouldn't have cared as much if it was the tread, but it's not. It's the sidewall, of course, right? And you're like, stop that.
And that's kind of where this is on the Volvo. It's right on the edge where the tread and the sidewall meet. It's right there. So
I did look at the Mustang tire, and what it was the lettering standed a little proud. So it was carving it had a rain lip. That's what it was. It was carving that lip off. I was like, well, it hasn't actually got into the actual sidewall. So I think we're good. So I just kept an eye on it. Yeah, I just carved that lip off and never did get into the sidewall. But I was like, every time we hit a bump and hear that, and like, yeah.
Well, with the stock tires, it's hitting the inner fender, the plastic. But I'm not worried about the plastic. It can tear that up all day.
Yeah.
I'm not, and it's not going to hurt the tires that way, or shouldn't. But with it hitting the metal fender and it cutting into the tire, I'm like, ooh. Well, I don't want
that's a little unnerving, especially if it's your front.
So I have a question for you guys. Well, for Mongrels or for anybody in the chat with it. Is anybody familiar with spring rubbers that you put in the springs to stiffen them up?
Yeah,
on a passenger car.
Yes, yeah.
Are they safe enough-ish kind of a deal? Well, I'm wondering if it's something we can pick up for the Volvo.
There's a couple of things out there. You can get these blocks that you put in and you twist them.
Oh, really?
And they work kind of the same. You get the rubber that you were talking about, but there are spring spacers that you just put them in the spring and you give it a twist, and then it stiffens up the spring, and it limits the travel.
Pretty expensive, right?
No, they're cheap.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Inexpensive is what I meant.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I heard expensive. Yeah, no, those are inexpensive. Now, is it the best solution? Yeah.
Is it a stopgap solution until he can get the money together to get the suspension fixed?
I'm waiting to get the money. It's going to be an air ride suspension front and back.
Yeah.
But that's going to cost almost double what it would to do regular suspension. And I was thinking, boy, I'll just throw some for now. I'll just throw some new struts on and springs and all that. But looking at the price of that, I'm like, oof, no, I won't. I'll just
yeah, I don't blame you. It's kind of like the same as the back shocks there, eh?
Well, the rear shocks, yeah, for the stock ones, yes, that was stupid. But we got them, and that's part of the problem too. Is the rear shocks are truck shocks, so they're pretty stiff. So it really, slams and.
Hey, if you need me to give you some advice on the front shocks, I'd be happy to. I mean, the rears worked out okay.
I like Wasted Talent's comments there about the spring rubbers. Ghetto. What is his recommendation? Just weld metal in between them. That's not
that's better than being ghetto. What's up, badass thing? I'm gonna be over closer to him Monday. I'll be over in the Memphis, Mississippi area. So.
Nice. Well, I'm not that far from Wasted compared to you guys, so
right.
But it's still a good 10-hour drive, and I was thinking about heading there. I got to look at my schedule and stuff. I might be able to pull it off, but it'll be last.
Still won't be cheap, especially at gas prices.
Yeah, it's getting stupid. It's
When
a
are
buck.
you thinking about trying to do that, Mongrel?
Yeah, it's $1.71 a liter up here right now, which is, well, that's Canadian, of course. So times that by approximately 4, a little under 4. So we're about a little $6.50, $7 a gallon.
$7 Canadian a gallon.
So
No. Is that what $7 Canadian a gallon?
yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So you know, it was,
See you wasted.
yeah. So you wasted what 20%
Okay.
off of that, and you got the American cost. So it's not cheap.
Still, yeah, I'd say that's still way up. Yeah.
Yeah. And then up on the West Coast, it doesn't get much cheaper in the States. You know, it's still you're still like 5 something, $6 a gallon out on the West Coast right now, aren't you?
I don't know. We're
You
not.
guys
Probably
are
check California, but nobody goes by them.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're low 4s.
Hey, we were liking it when we took the Mustang down there. I'm like, oh, right on. Look, that's $3 a gallon.
Yeah,
Perfect place for gas prices usually. So
$4.79 in Massachusetts. No, it's 405, 402,
409. That's pretty
409
common right now. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's gone up even since we've come. It's gone up quite a bit,
Oh, yeah.
actually.
Yeah,
It's gone up quite a bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's still some of the cheapest around. So you can still get it week to week, depending on for 3 something, but that's pretty difficult at the moment.
Yeah. Well, even still, like with Chris and I splitting the cost of that road trip, it wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
It was right around $1,000 round trip for gas.
Oh,
you
really?
got Instagram badass thing. It's gonna be me and my wife down there. We're doing a 19-year anniversary thing, so I won't have too much time, but I can probably pop in and do a little bit of, come check out one of your cars or something real quick. $439. Woof.
It helps. I put premium in 2 of our cars, so it's quite a bit more expensive.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking I got to remember what I got to do. I think all I have to do, I've already looked it up. I don't even have to change the O-rings on the injectors that are on there. So all I have to do is get the fittings, put the E85 sensor on there, and I'll start running E85 in the Volvo. Not that I drive it enough to worry about gas prices, but when I go to No Name Nationals and stuff like that and start going to these car shows and stuff, I'm going to need.
I was laughing when you guys were talking earlier about the 8th mile being the standard. I'm like, yeah, of course, gas price just doubled, so you got to cut it down to half.
Maybe that's what it is.
That's what it is, man. Can't afford to run the quarter mile anymore. Yeah, it's crazy. Is that what No Name National is? Is it an 8th mile?
8th mile. Yeah.
Yeah. That's so, like you said, Cletus, that's where the electric cars would do really good compared to
8 mile.
you get
That's
a quarter mile.
anything you put out there.
Electric car might not do it, but
There'll be some cars that won't beat in a quarter mile, but in an 8th
Yeah.
mile, it should be. I don't think there's a car out there that could beat. That it wouldn't be an 8th mile.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Maybe somebody will show up and we'll find out.
I don't know, man. 0 to 60 in 1.8 seconds or whatever. It's not going to get beat. It's just not.
No.
Not unless it's a purpose built.
But
Even then,
technically,
man,
that wouldn't be allowed because you'd be too fast. You'd need a roll cage.
Yeah.
well, most cars have roll cages in them.
No, they don't. No, I'm not
pretty sure
talking.
most electric cars have roll cages in them.
No, I don't think that classifies as a full roll cage.
I don't think it meets spec. No.
Yeah, no.
It does have like rollover protection and everything else. But that's the other thing. You ever see what happens when you damage the battery pack on an electric car?
Well, sure.
Well,
You ain't putting that fire out for a long time. It just
electric
off in the
cars
weeds
also
like
have a
burn.
lower center of gravity as well, so it's going to be a lot harder to roll it over.
yeah,
A lot.
that's
harder.
good.
I don't know. Richard Hammond did it just fine.
Oh, did
He may have launched it first.
Well,
That may have been the key to getting it to
I don't know how he does it, man. Like that, for a guy that drives cars for a living, like, don't get me wrong, all due respect, but that poor bugger gets in some pretty unique accidents.
Classic. It would only cost you about $10 to fill your electric car up here in Arkansas. So I know. I forgot you're in Texas, and I forgot y'all have y'all's own power grid.
Yeah.
We heard about that when the snow came in.
Yeah.
Kind of messed y'all up pretty bad, didn't it?
Well, you don't want to get me ranting about electric cars. I'll tell you that much.
I like them. I mean,
don't get me wrong.
I'm not going to say they should replace everything in the world and all that, and they're ready to go. Everybody go get an electric car and all that. But why not? Why can't we have both? Why can't we do electric?
Well, you can, yeah, but you shouldn't be forcing the other one out just because it's the false narratives that they use to like, if you're going to get an electric car, if you want one for performance, hey, I'm right behind you, man, because if you want one because it's environmentally more friendly, no, it's not. Do your research.
I think I might be wrong, but I think it's 5 years before it becomes more environmentally
I think it's about
friendly.
10.
Is it 10? It may be. I thought it was 5 years now with a newer technology, but it may be 10. But either way, it's a cutoff before it actually starts getting, better for the environment. So
right, but that's what I'm saying. Like they certainly have a place. I can appreciate what they are, but for me, don't put any false information behind or try to justify it using something that's not true. Like if you say, hey man, this thing is awesome fast in the eighth quarter mile, or eighth mile, that's why I got it. I don't care about anything else. I'm fully supporting you. Right on, man. Or hey, this is just a cool new toy and I love it, and it's a secondary vehicle. Right on. I just want to see how that goes. I want to see how they work. Great. But you start, hey, it's better for the environment. Okay, I doubt it.
Yeah, I've never claimed any of that stuff. I just like how fast it is because the fastest car I've ever drove was a Tesla.
And then
I drove Lamborghinis, Corvettes, and Tesla smoked the shit out of them.
Yeah, and then you say, okay, well, I'm doing it for savings. Okay, but it costs like 25%
70,
more than the ICE
90
car,
grand to buy the car, and then
it costs you a lot more to buy it. So it's just that's kind of the problem I have is don't.
You have it on both ways though. People are saying, oh, what are you going to do when you're in the middle of a snowstorm and you're stuck in traffic and your electric car runs out of heat? And what are you going to do when it runs out of gas? Gas.
Yeah.
An electric heater will run days on electric, right? Instead of a gas car running for hours.
Yeah.
So the electric heater doesn't take much, and the air conditioner doesn't either out of electric cars. It's supposed to be beauty of it. So for people are saying that stuff, I'm like, okay, that's the other side.
Well, but
people on both sides, obviously. But
you know what? And you look at an electric car in Europe, it makes a lot more sense than in North America because very small commuting distance, and there's a lot more infrastructure in place.
Sure.
Everything's just a lot more condensed, and so you're not doing these long road trips like we do in North America,
right?
For us to do that road trip that we did, you can't do it in an electric car.
You'd have to plan it out, and it would add on a bunch of time.
You know how many Teslas and stuff we seen on the highway on our trip? I think 2.
Really?
That whole trip. It wasn't until we hit the cities until we start seeing those types of cars.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And there's a reason for that.
Street Fox, I don't know how fast the electric cars are in the 8th mile. I looked it up before. It was pretty fast.
Seconds.
When I say electric cars, I'm going on with the Tesla.
Tesla S Plaid did it with drag radials in 6.0.
In the 8th mile?
In 8th mile. I just looked it up when he was saying
there you
go. Looks like somebody else ran it 6.08 seconds, 8th mile for Tesla Model S Plaid, and another one where it ran 6.153. So I assume that was on the streets or different track, obviously. But yeah, 6.1 seconds in a 8th mile is pretty freaking fast.
Well, that's the other thing, classic ride is if you keep a car for 5 years, you're never going to see a savings with an electric car.
Oh yeah,
never.
I do badass thing. It's here. I'll type it in here for you. Let's see.
I just put your phone number out there.
Let me look up Ryan's phone number real quick.
If you don't remember, I can type it in for you, Cletus. I've got it on.
Yeah. I'll put in his address real quick, and then you can just look up his address. I thought maybe it was in the description of the video, but I don't see it.
I put a 2 in there. All right, and that email address, don't worry about the 2. It's stuff without that 2 in there. I don't know how that happened. Damn it.
Yeah.
Someone's going to be getting a whole lot of email that they don't want there, Cletus.
No, it's not. It says stuff to with that email.
Cletus.
If you don't already have that email address, go get it.
I guess so.
That's for people that didn't actually watch the live, so they don't actually have his email address. He did that on purpose. He's just that clever.
He's smart. Yeah.
It's smart. You have to go back and watch.
But if you
the
look
live.
at the description, I bet it's in there.
I didn't see it in this video.
It'll be in your about section on typically, isn't it?
Yeah, it probably is.
I don't even know if I put mine in there. I should probably update that.
There you go. Oh yeah.
So mongrels, you ready to move down here yet?
You know what? If it wasn't for my kids, I'd probably have moved to the States already. I would love to live in Arizona or there's a few places down there. I love it down there. I really do. And
What do you think about Arkansas?
I liked it. It was except for watching the TV for is that tornado coming this way?
It's springtime, summer.
But what amused me
but
is
other than that,
you get a tornado up here, and it's like, oh my god, a tornado! And and we get a lot of thunderstorms up here and lightning storms. It's like, oh yeah, it's just lightning storm. They're pretty. Look at all that nice flashy stuff, right? And that's how it was with the tornado for you guys. It's like, oh yeah, that's another tornado. It's a few miles down the road. Don't worry about it.
that's the big difference, though, because we get them all the time.
Yeah.
Me specifically, I didn't know how other people are. I'm constantly watching TV. Like, I know the path that it's going. I watch the weather all the time, so I'm familiar with the path that the weather's going. So if I know there's a tornado or a possibility, I keep an eye on the storm and I see which direction it's going. Does it even have a chance at coming to us in a normal path?
The area we live in, because of there's it's not a mountain, it's more of a big hill, like right over there. They haven't had a tornado through here since like 1840s or something.
1965.
Through this area?
Yeah, through Conway.
Well, no, I'm saying this area right here. This area of Conway.
But like where Stogies is and stuff. That was 65 got hit.
Well, you know that it's just saving up the good one for that area.
Oh, yeah. Well, really, if you look at where we live on the New Madrid Fault anyway, when the New Madrid Fault goes off, we don't have to worry about it anyway.
Yeah. Well, we get floods every so often, and we don't normally get like nasty floods, but every 50 years or something, we get a real bad flood. The rivers just overflow, and like the last one we had, I think it was 2013 or something like that. There were cement trucks underwater. And these things are already parked up much higher than where the river is, and it flooded that high that it actually was high enough to put a cement truck underwater.
They flood around here every once in a while, but
what was it? 2-3 years ago, we had a 100-year flood.
Yeah,
something like that.
I'm trying to remember. I remember one in 2018 was a pretty bad one, but I don't know. I don't know.
Well, Country Mile, if you're redneck enough, you can actually do that. Just pick up your house and go.
It's true. If you have a house that you can pick up and go and a tornado's coming, you better.
Yeah.
Look for those. No, you get in the bathtub. We have a lot of storm shelters around here.
Oh yeah, I got one in my yard here.
Yeah.
But when I say redneck enough, what I'm thinking of when I picture that in my mind is shitter's full.
See, I was going mobile home, but that works too.
Yeah. Classic. Yeah, no, I actually quite liked it down there. As a nice area. I just like a lot of different states. Honestly, there's so much to see, really. going through Wyoming was a little barren at times.
Well, every state's different, so
yeah. But one of the things, there's certain places I like to visit, but I don't want to live there. Like Washington D.C., for example, that was a phenomenal place to visit. I would never want to live there.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of like Austin. I love Austin. I'll visit there all the time, but I'd never want to live there. Yeah. Austin, Texas. Yeah.
And see, Texas is another place where I considered moving to, but it depends on what part of Texas.
I was about to say, every part's different. I mean, there's so many different parts of Texas. It's just
it's so big.
But I think so far my favorite has been Arizona.
Yeah. Like the more dry climate type stuff, or just
a little more of the dry climate, but it just I really like the variety. Like you get southern Arizona, it's desert, right? You get northern Arizona, you got canyons and mountains and all sorts of stuff. It's pretty cool.
Like Colorado, New Mexico.
I was going to say it's kind of like Colorado.
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah!
Well, hell yeah, CP.
That $5.
I hope we see CP at No Name Nationals too, man. It's gonna be so good to see everybody again and some people for the first time. And No Name Nationals is gonna be awesome.
Yeah, well, it's gonna be fantastic. Just the opportunity to actually possibly meet John in person and stuff like that, or Buzz and those guys, like that's great. Like I think that'll be just phenomenal.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a good time. It really is. With all the personalities there, I foresee there's going to be issues. But I think overall it's going to be okay. I think there's going to be some great people, and I think everybody will have their little areas they stay in. If something starts going stupid, they'll just go to their little area.
Well, I hope that's what happens, but like John said, he's not going to put up with any of that crap.
Right, so, he's prepared for that. So
yeah.
That's good.
So I hope.
I appreciate that, CP. I really do, bub.
Said he's hoping to have a 65 roadworthy. Definitely was hanging out with.
That'd be awesome.
I bet it will.
Yeah, I'll see CP there.
And even if you guys don't make it for the actual competition, go spectate. I think because it's not like you're going to be isolated from everyone in the stands.
Yeah,
you're welcome to come down and walk around, socialize.
Like me, I'm not even doing the racing part, right? The car will be in the show. I'm not doing burnouts because I'm too cheap for gas and tires. Plus, I still got to drive that shit home. But
and we're not planning on bringing tires with us.
No, I'm not planning on it.
Well, I am racing.
Yeah,
good. But I'll be in the show, and we're gonna have a little hangout. We're gonna have a trash content crew stuff with Cletus area that everybody's welcome to come visit. We're gonna have stickers and just hanging out, man. It's this little banner behind us is going to be up.
Yeah, that's cool.
A 10 up. I mean, it's gonna be a good time.
That's the only thing is it'd be nice if I could bring one of my own vehicles, but I'm very, very grateful to the person that's helping me out here. And
I think he's told everybody it's okay.
Okay, so I'm very grateful to Big Block for like what a fantastic opportunity for me.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be awesome.
And that's just fantastic. I can't say how thankful I am for that. So
especially a new Mustang, you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, exactly right. I'm like, okay, man, you want me to drive the new Mustang? Twist the rubber arm.
Tires. I'll probably need new tires again before then.
CP, I think it'll be okay.
Racing then?
It's funny. I was talking the other night. Oh yeah, I got new tires for you. Well, hopefully not just for me, but you go have some fun.
I need an EF1 that only takes out the tree in my yard.
Yeah,
the tree. That'd be great.
That'd be nice.
I can't tell you how much I'm looking forward to it. Just the fact to hang out with everyone. Like I said, whether I make the 500 or not, it doesn't matter to me. Like I paid the 75 because one, it's going to what I consider a good cause, and two, I just want to be there to hang out with everyone anyway. So if I get the race, great. If I don't, I think I'll make it.
Even if I got to go in and make what is 103 now or something. Even if I got to make 103 fake accounts, you're going to go.
No, I think I only need like 90. Well, I don't even know if I need 90 anymore.
Well, there you go. You got plenty of time. You'll make it, no problem.
Yeah, and if I start doing stuff again, I'll like for a while there, I was doing 3 subs a day
Nice.
until I stopped.
Yeah.
So I think if I start going again, I'll most definitely make it.
You're at
CP, I'm sure the
413
tool
right now.
community has some good vibes as well, man. I mean, it's not just the car community. It's, I think YouTube creators, content creators, usually have a good vibe. Not everybody, obviously, but
Yeah. So 87, or 80. Yeah, 87 is how many I need now.
Yeah.
87. God, that's pretty good.
Yeah, you'll have no problem getting there. I mean, it's
Oh yeah.
was it May? So yeah.
September, isn't it? Or-
No,
Sorry,
it's
currently May.
Oh,
and
currently, yeah.
still September. I think you'll have no trouble getting 80 or 100 subscribers by
Sub
September.
Destroyer,
As long as you
Country
keep
Mile, just come in to spectate, bud. Fly in and rent a car, or just come watch, hang out. I mean,
yeah.
it'll be a good time, man. It really is. Even if, like I said, I'm not racing at all, but boy, I know I'm going to have a great time.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
just gonna meet everybody. It's doing sticker swaps, hanging out, looking at everybody's rides, talking to everybody. Just it's going to be so awesome.
Well, it'd be great just to see Joe's car there.
Yeah.
I'm looking
Oh,
forward
9-hour
to it.
drive? Come on, that's not even that far, Country Mile. Come on, bud. Not to say that's not close, but some people are driving 16, 17, 18 hours and stuff.
Yeah. Some people
I
are
don't
just
know anyone that crazy.
Right.
Hey, Mongrels, do you know who you're racing?
Actually, I think Family Garage might be
Oh, really?
someone that I might be racing. Yeah.
Did you call them out?
So have you had an official call out?
No. Big Block's been arranging things. I just let him arrange it. I said,
Yeah.
"Sure, man, do what you
I was
want."
going to say, if not, there's somebody right here
Yeah.
that would probably race you.
Oh, yeah, bring it on. I'll race whoever
What's he
wants to
gonna
race.
have?
Win or buy something.
Let's say, what's Destroyer gonna have?
He was talking about either renting or maybe even buying something in the area. And
Oh,
kind
okay.
of just driving it. But
Okay.
we'll see. He may.
Just
I
buy
don't know.
time to show up and race.
He did just buy 2 new vehicles, so we're
He
going to see
did.
what happens.
Yeah, it should be interesting to see what he's got. It's the nice little hidden image under the tarp there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you hadn't. He did the video.
Yeah, no, I haven't watched it yet, so
Okay.
I will be watching.
Don't read the comments then on the. Don't
don't
read the
read
chat.
We need to get fuel sponsors for everybody, right?
Yeah. Classic Ride, the whole state of Florida thing's great, except you have to leave every time you start getting one close to you. So you end up having to leave 4, 5, 6 times a year just because there's a hurricane planning to come towards you, and then it goes away. Ask me how I know. And a lot of people can't afford to leave their job for a week or whatever. Or, a lot of times we had issues where work didn't want to let you leave till the last minute. So that was a real problem with hurricanes.
Well, that's what happened to Hurricane Katrina, right? Everybody was like, "Oh, that happened all the time. I can't afford to pack up and leave. I'm just going to stay."
Absolutely. Yep. I've been here. How many times have I rode one of these out? And
Right.
I have 100% been that way. If it's not a Category 3, I don't care. I ain't moving. And
Well,
then
even
I'm like,
Hurricane Katrina, I think it would have been. I mean, don't get me wrong; it's still a big storm. As long as that levee didn't fail or the levees didn't fail,
yeah,
I think it'd have been okay.
Yeah, I mean that was the thing that really did them in was when the levees failed, right?
Yeah.
That's the problem. You're below the water line, and
Well, you got
still did a
the
lot of
Mississippi
damage,
that dumped there, and then you got the Gulf, and that way the place that got affected the most, it just kind of turned into a big toilet bowl.
yeah.
Yep. But yeah, when you live down there, you get down to it. It's kind of like we
I
do
think
with
there's a
20.
guy. I think there's one channel up here that's coming farther than I am, but I don't know if he's bringing a vehicle around. That's Wild Rose Garage. He's up a little farther north than I am, and I don't know if he's bringing a vehicle. I'm kind of curious. I've been meaning to talk to him to see if he's bringing a vehicle down or if he's just going down and getting something.
I was trying to talk Mortsky into coming, but I don't think he's interested at all.
Really?
He's pretty busy, so
Yeah.
maybe I can talk old Puddin' or somebody else to come in. I don't know. I want some bigger channels to come to. Maybe this weekend. Maybe I'll talk some of them boys into coming.
Yeah.
Like, bring your donk. Come on.
Well, Tony
There
and
you go.
Uncle Tony and his guys are supposed to be there, right? So
Yeah. Well,
Is he coming now?
Uncle Tony, I'm pretty sure he's coming. Almost
Yeah.
positive.
I don't think he paid yet. So.
Oh,
I
well,
think he already said he was going, but I didn't
I
pay
don't know
until
if he's
2
gonna
weeks ago. So,
he might get in for free.
man.
Now, if I get one of them, what's the big channel? It's like a couple 100,000 subscribers or something, right?
On which one? On the
The boys are gonna have.
oh yeah,
the
they're hundreds of thousands. I think all of them are at almost or at least 100,000. A couple of them are over 200,000.
So if I can get one of them boys to come, I'm definitely gonna have flyers.
Yeah.
I hope that car show's gonna be good. I don't know, it might be shitty.
Let
And
me
they
know.
nobody might even care about the Volvo. They're gonna be looking at the donks. So.
Man.
Well, I'm looking forward to checking out the Holy Goat. That thing is rough. Well, I see that thing in person.
As far as that car show this weekend, if you see any motorcycles, be sure to send me some pictures.
Start a fund for. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna send you.
No, you're good.
CP gonna start a fund for Country Mile. There you go.
There you go. $600 to get Theo to No Name Nationals. Go fund me.
2530 says 850 miles for him. Oof. I don't know how many miles it is. It's like 2.5 hours for me, or maybe 3. But
That's
I don't
kind of
know.
far, isn't it?
Is it? I think it's only 2. I might be wrong. I don't know.
I actually considered taking a week and driving down again.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, nah, don't do that.
Better now.
If I had something worth taking, I'd do it, but I don't.
What was the speedway called again?
Jeffords.
Jeffers.
Jeffords Motorsports Park. 3 hours, 49 minutes, 248 miles. Called 250 miles.
250 miles. Okay. See, it's not too bad for us. And how long does that take us?
3.5 hours, 4 hours.
Longer than I thought, but still it's not
Yeah,
too bad.
about 4 hours, depending on which direction you go.
113 was called out. He's supposed to be racing a little moped or motorcycle, whatever.
Man, these car people. I'm racing Jive Hive Jeff from Two Hacks Garage. I'm racing a DRZ 125 that I have street tires. It's a supermoto. It'll be the first time I've raced a drag strip before. Very familiar with drag racing, but I've never drag raced a motorcycle before. So
I think the people that drag race motorcycles are both very brave and very nuts.
you're not wrong. They had a world record pass last week. And I got to look up what the speed was. Fastest motorcycle. This is top fuel.
How fast is a motorcycle in a quarter mile? I wonder.
Well, it depends. Like what he's talking about, they're fast. Like,
Yeah.
that is something that'll take down a
I want to say
Tesla.
it's like 260 is what he did. I mean, it's a pro stock thing.
Yeah.
That's miles per hour.
I'll beat that in the Volvo.
268. 268 miles an hour in a quarter mile on a motorcycle.
Renegade.
Larry Spider-Man McBride.
Yeah, that's insane.
I don't have a ZT.
Well, Alex Taylor hit the sixes in the Chevy, eh?
CP said he shit his pants.
Oh,
That's
did you?
marks when he dragged his bike. And all he was doing was sit still at a stoplight.
Those KZ1000s, no joke when it comes
Yeah.
to.
You know what
drag
I should do? I should rent me a Tesla, just to show some people up.
Yeah.
I won't because I'm too cheap. But
that I know you have that need for speed too, Cletus. So I
Not really.
can see you do.
I like burnouts, and I like I used to, and I was teaching people when I was in Afghanistan how to drive a vehicle called an MRAP, and I was teaching this guy how to drive with it's like a night vision, it's infrared, but how to drive at nighttime with the screen that it looks like daytime, and he just drives straight in the ditch and rolls it over. So ever since then, I don't know. I'm scared.
I remember the story. I remember hearing the story about you just don't like the speed anymore. That's why I was giving you a hard time.
And every time and it wasn't even very fast, was it?
No, it wasn't fast at all.
But every time he tells it, you can hear the passion in his voice when he's like,
Oh,
that
yeah.
happened. I don't like. I mean, you could. Yeah.
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 It was not extremely painful, but it wasn't fun.
Oh no. Yep. Country mile. I will say that my bike has maybe 8 horsepower, so don't need a dump truck for me.
I pooped my shorts just watching this. Well,
I'm wondering if he watched the drag racing pass that we were talking about, the motorcycle drag.
Oh,
Or
okay.
just this.
I thought he was talking about this live.
Could just be this live.
There were some nice bikes at the auction this when we went. 113 and I went to the auction on Tuesday. Yes, yesterday, right?
Wednesday. Today's Thursday.
Today's Wednesday.
Oh, today's Wednesday. Yeah, Tuesday.
So we went yesterday,
It's
and
fine.
there was 3 nice newer Harleys, 2 like 2021s and 1 no 2022, and then 1 like 2016 or something. I thought they were very nice.
Is that the
Yeah,
Copart
the
auction
one
or
was
something else?
2001. What was that, Mongrel? Sorry.
Is that a Copart auction or is that something else?
No, this was a Mannheim.
Oh, okay.
It's just a dealer auction. It's Copart's right down the road, but you can't. I mean, I guess we could walk around in there, but
No, it's cool. I've never been to the auction
before.
before.
There was a couple of wrecked. I should have took some shorts. There was a couple of wrecked Challengers there. There was like 4 of them. One of them was a Destroyer. Not a Destroyer. Hellcat. Sorry.
Yeah.
Well,
Maybe the motor was good in it. I don't know.
I'll
It
tell you.
looked to be okay.
So
Maybe.
the Cadillac we're working on right now, that is a test bed to see if we can pull off something like that. And if we can, then we're going after a Camaro or a Corvette or a Challenger,
Yeah.
a Hellcat, something like that. We're
Well-
going to kind of work into that.
Usually, I can get that stuff cheaper at the regular auction than I can at the Copart auction
I
or
don't
the
doubt it.
insurance auction,
I
which is
don't doubt it.
crazy. You would think it's, but what it is when you go to the Copart or insurance auto auction, that's what people are looking for. So when it's at a regular auction and it's damaged or destroyed, people aren't really looking for that. So it's not going to get very much of a bid.
Yeah.
What-
and
What did
it
that?
might come-
Do you remember what that wrecked Challenger was going for? It wasn't even wrecked. It had a bad engine.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
that's
$2,000 or something.
Yeah, it was. I don't remember. I just don't remember.
I love stuff
it
like
didn't-
that where the body's good and the drivetrains need some help.
Body wasn't perfect, but it was in pretty good shape. The interior
as
was
long as
pretty
it's
good.
good and it's not destroyed.
It was good.
It
Yeah,
was
no,
good.
no. it was good.
It had
Yeah.
the V6 in it, and they were saying, what'd they say? It was something like
Check engine light.
check
And
engine light, but it was locked up. It was bad
Yeah.
engine.
he turned the key on and just click.
Yeah.
But not battery, not like dead battery click.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
what year was it? Do you remember?
I think it was a 13 or
So
14.
probably it would have had 3.6 in it then instead of 3.5.
It did have a 3.6 in it for sure.
Yeah, we looked at it.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be fun. Even
Oh,
that
yeah.
engine, that's a 305 horse engine, right? So it's
Sure. Well, that's what I was saying, boy. If I had the money, which I don't right this second, I was like, I could buy this and put a new engine in it, even if it was a $2,000 engine itself. I'd still come out on top.
Yeah. Well, I might actually talk to you about something like that, and if you can get them that cheap, it might be worth figuring something out.
I'm not saying I can always get them that cheap, but yeah,
Well,
it's awesome.
no, I know, but trying to get one up here, it's like
Yeah.
20 grand. You know,
oof.
Even Rex.
it's like it's stupid. It's
Wow.
not
So
worth
you
it
could-
at all.
See, I could buy it for you. You could fly down. We'll pull the engine. You could drive down. We'll pull the engine. You could drive it back and back. of the truck.
Absolutely, that'd make a great video.
Yeah,
We're not pulling the
Hellcat.
engine.
Or
Would that take a week to do?
we're not going to use a Harbor Freight. Hoist, I'll tell you that.
I
We're
will
talking
make a
about
voice
me
before
doing
we
it
use
or you guys doing it.
No, I'll pull it. I'll do no problem. But I would not use a Harbor Freight hoist. That thing. I'm not saying that was the only thing that messed us up, but it took. If we'd have had that, we could have pulled on it and seen what was caught.
Is that my
holding us
internet
up.
that one or
And
yours?
then also it wouldn't pick us up good and everything. It was a big deal. Big deal. I would never buy another hoist from Harbor
I'll
Freight.
be honest. For an engine pull, I thought it went great for my very first one. So
It wouldn't do bad.
Oh, we're back.
yeah, that was weird. You got a little
Oh,
fast.
was I gone or something? Or
Yeah, I think my internet crapped out for a second.
oh, I thought you didn't fall in over here.
Hmm.
Let's see. what car show are you going to that will have some big YouTubers? Let me pull it back up. Did we remember what it was called? It was some long ass name.
Yeah.
Little Rock Mayhem YouTubers
Mayhem.
Car Fest.
Yeah.
I thought you weren't going to go to that one because you
Oh,
had
I'm
to pay to spectate.
I'm not going. I'm not.
I'm going.
No
Oh, are you?
chance.
And I'm not going to spectate. I'm going to put the car in it. It's
Oh,
only
fair
$30
enough.
to put the car in it, or 35 or something. It's
Yeah, it
not
was
terrible.
$20 to spectate or something like that, wasn't it? That's crazy.
Yeah, so if I went with him, it's $35 for him to get in with the car and $20 for me to get in. And I don't care. I'm not spending $20 to go to a car show. That's
Right.
That's those 3 cars.
Well, it's going to be more cars. Look what that's
A 3-car show, $20 to spectate.
Hey, those are big YouTubers, man.
Oh, what the hell? I hit the wrong button. I bet. If you can see at the bottom there, this would have really cool. Top 75 Whips Award.
Man, I hope you get an award that says best whip.
Yes. Yes. I want it.
I think it'd be cool. I mean, yeah.
You know what? I'll try to get some footage of some of the car shows we have up here in the summer. We've got 2. We got a few that are really good, actually. They should almost be 2-day car shows. There's that many cars in them.
That sounds like Hot Rod Power Tour. You could walk from one end to the other, and you wouldn't finish in a day.
No, I
16
can't
hours.
finish. There's
Later, Country Mile.
where I live in Okotoks, or close to. We live close to Okotoks. You can do that one in a day, but it's tough. It's getting that big. And then there's the town south of that called High River, and you can't see everything in the day. It's very difficult.
So 25-30, no, it was a soldier out of Oklahoma. He had just turned 19 and just got back from basic training, and it was in Afghanistan, and that's where I was teaching him how to drive a vehicle called an MRAP, which is a big vehicle, top heavy vehicle. And I was teaching him at night, and I said, "Hey, I said, turn right here. No, I said turn left right here," and he turns right into the ditch. And yeah, anyway. So classic ride. This is the car show right here. Luna. No, not Luna. Sorry, Stunna. Let me take that back down so everybody can see. Stunna, Reese, Sullyman, and Real to Real are going to be some of the YouTubers there. They're supposed to be pretty big channels. I don't know if the Volvo's going to fit in there, but we'll see. Maybe everybody will love it.
I haven't watched any of their videos yet, even though it's because they're all like 30, 40-minute long videos.
Yeah, I need to write the channels down and then go check them out later because I still haven't really. I just kind of glanced at them.
I think one of them, well, the last time I checked was like at 98,000. The others were over. I thought 2 of them were over 200,000.
Well, I got one of them phone number. I've been talking to him. That's why I decided I want to go. Sullyman is the one? No, Stunner Reese is the one I got, I think.
Well, let's say he's got a newer Corvette. The other guy looks like a CTS Cadillac and a Hellcat.
It's yeah, the cars are cool. I'm not, but as a motorcycle guy, I don't think I want to spend $20 to hang out with those cars.
There might be some cool motorcycles there.
That's right. There are. I want to see them
on donks.
Memorial Day weekend, $20 to go to hang out at a car show. I'm good. No.
I mean,
I got things to do.
I suppose there are some car shows like we when you do the World of Wheels, you got to pay to get in. I think it's $20 to get in that thing, or probably 35 or something stupid now. But so I will pay to go in a car show, but it has to be a specific format, I suppose. Hey,
well,
John.
like this, I've never even heard of it, and it's not even that well shared or whatever. I just happened to come across it, and I'm like, I guess I'm gonna go.
If that show was in Conway, I would be I would consider it a lot more because of the fact that, you know what, maybe I go, I'm like, yeah, you know what, I was right. This is the cars. I don't care about this. I want to go home. And just turn around and go right home. But it's
you trying to say you don't like donks?
I'm not saying that. I'm perfectly fine walking around looking. All 3 of those cars are really cool on what they've done with them. I respect what they've done with them, but that's not what I want to see.
What did they do with them? I don't even know what they did.
Looked like they put some wheels on.
Mostly put wheels on them and graphics and stuff.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. They put wheels and graphics on them. That's not really doing anything with them, as far as I'm concerned.
Thank you. That's my point. Is that I'm not saying, I don't know. I'd like to see more modifications done stuff. And I'm sure there'll be cars that are there, but I don't know.
Well, the Hellcat doesn't exactly look stock. That looks like it's got some stuff sticking out of it. It's got no hood. So, and
I couldn't tell. Does it really?
That's
it looked like graphics.
From what it looked like in that poster, it doesn't look like there's a hood on it. It looks like there's a blower sticking out of it.
Let me share it again because John Wilburn's are here now, and I'm gonna let him see because I'm trying to get these guys to come to No Name Nationals so that we can have some donks at No Name Nationals. So
all right, let me blow up my screen so I can see it a little bit better.
Well, here I can zoom in just on that one if you want.
Oh no, it's got the hood on it. Okay, never mind. I'll take it back. Well, that's a red eye.
He's got money in his hand. So what?
Oh yeah.
So John Wilburn, I'm trying to get these three gentlemen, these three YouTubers. I'm going to see them this weekend. I'm trying to get them to come to No Name Nationals. There's supposed to be a good handful of YouTubers there. It is a YouTubers fest car show. I don't know how many be there.
But leave it up for a second. I'll look. So the reel to reel guy, he has 101,000 subscribers.
101,000. Okay.
That's redonkulous.
Redonkulous, man.
Hang on. It didn't come up. Oh, I already subscribed to him. Why is he not showing up? Solly man, come on.
Solly man.
Oh, I'll put an E in. Common spelling. Sully Man has 3.49 thousand subscribers.
Okay, so his is actually a little smaller.
And then
he got the Cadillac CTS.
I thought he had more. Yeah.
And then Stunner Reese.
Wait, I've been on his channel. 90,000. 90,900 subscribers. So I was wrong. I thought two of them were over 200.
I thought they were as well. So
yeah. So they're all
Kevin's Mopar. Yeah, 25, 30. I've taught a bunch of soldiers how to drive. That was the first one they ever rode the vehicle over on me. I can tell they put on a show. Hey, that Hellcat right there might be freaking fast.
Yeah.
Or that CTS even. Who knows? It might be the CTS-V.
Well, I'd imagine that is the CTS-V, and that thing's cranking out over 600 horsepower, and they've modified it. It's going to be 7 or 8.
So, well, I tell you what, I hope I win a whip award this weekend. And I hope I can get at least one of these guys, if not all three of them and more, to go to No Name Nationals.
Be awesome.
We need some donks there. We really do. I mean,
yeah.
Not that I love donks or anything, but I like these cars here. I don't know about the Corvette. I'm not a big, Corvette fan, but I like the CTS-V the best out of them. Tell you that.
Depends who drives it, John. Depends who drives it.
Y'all probably like the Hellcat better than the CTS-V, but I know I like the CTS-V better.
Yeah, depends.
Yeah.
I like comfort.
Well, you guys know I'm the Mopar fan. I like the Challenger, of course.
It depends on what you're doing with it. If you're buying a red-eye Hellcat, you're not exactly taking a road trip with. That's not the plan. You don't.
I'd totally take one on a road trip.
And I understand that with it, but I'm just saying that's not what the car was built for. So if you buy that, so they're all different in their own way, and that's what I'm saying.
There you go, John.
Honestly, I would take that on a road trip before I would take the other two on a road trip.
Really, I would take the CTS-V on a road trip.
That'd be my thought.
Because
it's comfort.
Well, you'd think so, but you got to remember that when they tune cars like that, they make them for like the Nürburgring this fast. But as soon as you do that, you destroy the suspension.
Yeah,
it's not a good ride quality. Whereas the Challenger, I don't give a shit. I got soft suspension and I make lots of noise and I'm just in your face, but it's still a very comfortable car. Very comfortable
Volvo even needing suspension is a pretty comfortable ride, especially since the BMW seats are in there now. But whenever I put the new suspension in, it's going to be real nice. The brakes are already way better.
when you're
I
not.
can't
hitting
believe
the
how
bumps.
nice those seats matched up. Actually, good job on those. You do.
They don't match that well. I mean, they
They
match
do.
good enough. They match good enough.
The door panel where because it's not the whole door panel, but there's a little spot on the door panel. It's about, I don't know, about that big.
Where you grab the door handle, where you grab
Where
it.
the actual door handle is and the grab handle, it matches almost perfect there.
Yeah.
Nothing else. But
Yeah.
it matches that portion, which is that end. If you look at the front seats compared to the back, it's not even close.
Most people
But-
don't even at the car show. Most people didn't realize it until I was like,
somebody even
they're
said,
like, "Well,
"Hey,
these
you
stock
got the
seats are in good
stock
shape," and I'm like, no, they're out of BMW. They're like, "Oh, I can see now."
So
Sure.
the important thing is though, is how does it feel when you rest your arm on the window ledge?
It's fine.
That's the important part of whether you
Oh.
get the seats right. You know, if you can sit there with your arm
Oh,
hanging
yeah.
out the door, you're good.
Well, since there's no power steering, it's more of this.
I was going down the road doing this as we were out the window with my arm. So
Nice. Yeah.
it was fun. Yeah, it's very comfortable. Like I said, if you are just in a straight line, smooth going, even if he's on the gas and that, but if you're not hitting the bumps, because it's smooth, man. So
There's your question there.
soon, this week's not good for me, but hopefully maybe next week.
Well, I won't.
it's
If
video
if
done.
you wanted me to join, if you did, I won't be able to do it until after Wednesday because I'll be out of town. So
Yeah, probably later in the week, anyways, with it. So,
Okay.
I'm ready to do it, but I'm just busy at the moment. So,
I'm thinking he's wanting you to schedule it with him.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. Next week,
Yeah.
And we can work on.
Friday,
Yeah, I mean, what'd you say?
next Friday, maybe.
Yeah, I think that would work.
If that
How
works for
close
you.
are you right now? You're just like 20 off or something, aren't you?
26. I've been in the 20s. I've been 470
Mongrels.
to 474 for the past.
Mongrels, you're going to be right behind him, bud.
Yeah, I'm getting there. Yep.
Yeah, 474 still. So I go
Nice.
up. I go up one or two and then down and up and down. So I've been anywhere from 474 to 470. Yeah.
He said
Well-
it sounds good. Well,
Yeah.
Like I said, when I start pushing some content out again, then I'll worry about it a little bit more. I've got a few months, but like I said, the important part is I did register and all that good stuff and plane tickets and books. So
well, I'm glad you're coming all the way from Canada, Western Canada.
not the only one. Well,
Yeah.
he's Wild Rose Garage. He's coming too.
I wonder, is Wild Roads already paid? I wonder though.
He's
know
made
you-
it. John
Oh, he's
Wild
right.
Rose made it, didn't he? Pretty sure he's already there.
Oh, okay. Well, Mongrels is soon. Yeah. Yep.
I mean,
No, these
Bubba's close.
boys are growing pretty good. Bubba's getting close.
Bubba Air's real close. I
Big
thought he
Block
might even get it before I
close.
do. Yeah.
He may.
Well, because I just haven't been putting anything out because I've been doing stuff. So, but I have no thoughts, even without the help, that I will get there before September.
Oh, Wild
If I
Rose
just
already
keep
made
doing stuff. But, oh, nice.
John, do you know if he's bringing his own vehicle down or is he just coming down and using something when he gets down there? I think he's bringing his own vehicle.
Really?
Wow. He wouldn't be the first person to do it.
That's a heck of a drive to.
Oh, yeah.
That's gonna be cool.
I just think the whole event is just going to be awesome. I mean, it's just, yeah. If something happened and I didn't get to 500 for some reason, I would still be going.
Oh, I'm going no matter what. Like I said.
Yeah.
Well, and both of you guys will obviously make 500. I mean, you are that close. You're going to make it. But say if you just started your channel out today, yeah, I think it's going to be so fun. Everybody should want to go to spectate, to be part of it. Even if you're spectating, you can still be part of it. You can't race and stuff, but you can still be hanging out and meeting all these people. And yeah.
Yeah, if you guys haven't, go check out Wild Rose. Like, like that's cool, man. And to come that distance, like you think about it, it's the same drive I did in the Mustang, in that '67 Mustang, basically, right? Pretty darn close. That's a long ways to bring that car.
Yeah, it is. I thought I was subscribed, but he said that, and I was like, I don't remember seeing that, so I was not. So now I am.
I'm pretty sure I am. I'll look.
Yeah, he's like 568 now. Wild Roses.
Yeah,
Out of order. He likes Wild Rose. Good.
Yeah. Thank you.
What's
Heather.
another Arkansas channel? I can't remember the name.
Which one?
Right this second. It's another Arkansas channel that's going to No Name Nationals, and
Thank you.
I've subscribed to them now, but I haven't heard of them before. So, Big Block introduced me to them.
Oh, the guy Big Blocks Racing?
Yeah, he may be racing. I don't know.
That's Family Garage, isn't it?
He is actually
No.
racing. No.
So maybe is it Leighton?
No, it's not Leighton's well.
No. Sorry. That's I can't remember his name. Guy builds race cars.
Yeah, Big Block 402 is going to race him. Whoever.
Yeah,
it is.
yeah.
I can't remember his name, but he's another Arkansas guy that's going to make the 500, so he can come down. He's coming anyway, I think. But
yeah, they're building. If I remember correct, it's like a oval car that they were going to rebuild.
Yep.
And they're changing it to a drag car.
Yep.
I don't remember what.
I can't remember his name for nothing right this second. But yeah, it's going to be a good race, and he'll be good to meet. He doesn't live very far from us at all. I think he's in Sarasota.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Yep. Yeah, I think he builds stuff to race at Batesville.
Oh, okay. Oh, Batesville.
I watched a couple of his videos.
That's
Outfits
it.
Garage. There you go.
Outfits Garage. There you go.
Outfits. That's what it is. I knew I was good. Yeah. Wild Rose, where's he located? It's in Canada somewhere.
He's in Edmonton. He's up north. I think he's in Edmonton. He might be farther north than that even.
Wow.
But he's about 3 hours north of me.
Oh, really?
Well, so we talked about No Name Nationals a little bit. We talked about some YouTube stuff, and we talked about the Volvo. So, anything else you guys want to chat about a little while, or I think we covered it all?
Well, I think we covered it all. I'm good. Just it was just nice to get on and chat. It's been a while.
Oh yeah, man, it's been a little bit. Edmonton, Alberta, 6 hours north of the border.
Yep. Like I said, he's about 3 hours north of me.
Wow.
I know you talked a little bit about it earlier, but is there any tips or anything you can give us that you've learned this week, Cletus, on shorts or anything?
Yeah. So I haven't had my big meeting with YouTube yet, but I've been doing some little meetings with them, and they're pairing us with other channels. So one of the channels I was watching has like 8.1 million subscribers or something that was talking with us and stuff. And he had some good ideas. His ideas, not only for shorts, but for YouTube in general. He was saying, make yourself a brand, and it's okay to be in a niche or whatever you want to call it, niche. It's okay to do that. Get that mastered, and then you could do a second niche or whatever. You don't have to be stuck in the one. But pretty much what he's saying, what he told us, which was great. I don't have my little notes in front of me. It's up there because I was reading them earlier. But he says a good thing to do is to make yourself into a brand, or make your channel into a brand in its own. So he suggested having a website like Wix or whatever, have a website of your channel that links all your stuff in, and don't just make YouTube content. Make content for the smaller platforms, Facebook, Instagram, all these other smaller platforms, and always bring it back to YouTube, because YouTube is what's going to pay the most. Now, actually, he was saying Facebook pays pretty well, actually, but I thought it was good advice from him. Another thing he says is on your website, keep a little area that if you do anything, even if it's for super clean, they don't pay something, right? But make a super clean video, or if you're doing anybody that you're going to do advertisement for, keep the stats for it. This is how many views it got. This is how many likes it has. This is how many times it's been shared. Keep that all in there. So when you go to get more advertisers, you can say, look, this is what, they can look at your portfolio and say, this is what I've done for other advertisers. This is what I'd like to do. And you don't have to say how much you get paid for each advertiser, obviously, but that's how you build that part of it. And apparently that pays, if you do it well enough, that pays even more than just YouTube itself. So
nice.
Awesome. Thanks, Evans Mopar.
Yeah. Thank you again, Evans. So 475, 25 to go.
So for the Renegades, for the guys that don't know, YouTube has invited me to this YouTube program. I have a YouTube manager now. And every week, sometimes even twice a week, they have a meeting that I can go to and talk to other YouTubers and talk to the managers about YouTube. And specifically, it's about YouTube Shorts. But that meeting is a big meeting where I'm talking directly with my manager and their manager and somebody else. But that's next month. So I don't know why. Yeah, I'm manager. I don't know why I got invited to this, but I was all about it. You know,
Big time.
Well, no, that's a great opportunity. I think you get to get some direct feedback, and like that's priceless what you're getting right now.
Well, and this meeting I have next month with them, I will be talking about No Name Nationals with them and telling them, hey, look, my thing I want to get across to them is, so you have the gaming community, you have what's the other? You have other communities that have their own tab on YouTube. You know, you got news tab, you got gaming, you got things like that. Why is there not an automotive tab, or why is the automotive community kind of shunned? You know, I think they should. I understand automotive community is a little smaller probably than other ones, but it's growing, and they should be pushing that out. And I think when I talk to them, I want to talk about that. And then also, No Name Nationals is a way that they can get behind and help grow the automotive community for YouTube, especially if YouTube gets behind it. You know.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they will or they won't. I don't know. Who knows what they'll do, but I'm definitely bringing it up in the meeting next week and telling them it's a great way for YouTubers to get together and, you know, express what works for them, what doesn't work for them, and help each other grow.
You know what? I think we have something a little more unique than
Sure.
some of those other groups, and that's that we actually will congregate in person.
Sure.
You know,
Yeah.
we will, like, I mean, there are some of these gaming stuff that you can go to and stuff as well, but it's not quite as prevalent as the automotive community, where you got all these channels that they'll collaborate and they'll get together and in person at live events, and they'll go drag racing, they'll go do stuff at the Freedom Factory, they'll go do all sorts of stuff. And I mean, you just have to look at Uncle Tony. He's got how many different channels in there at any one time?
Sure.
And
yeah, I mean, it's you drove all the way down to meet with these guys you've never met before, and you know, we did pretty good all together. Everybody got along great. Everybody had a great time, I thought, and I think No Name National is going to be kind of the same way, just on a bigger scale.
Yeah,
and more time to relax.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Not
yeah,
for John. John's not going to get to relax at all. He's going to be going the whole time. Everybody else is going to get to relax.
I mean, there's going to be a lot of socializing. Like John, I'd love the opportunity to meet you in person and stuff like that. And the same with Buzz at Roadkill there. It's just fantastic to even have an opportunity to do that with some of these other channels, right? And to be in the same place and go socialize and get their knowledge and their feedback and everything else. And you know, this is one of the things I appreciated with the chats and the lives and everything else. You actually get to talk and socialize with everyone and look at the opportunity that came about from it. Now you got to be willing to grasp that and take hold of it and make something of it. But don't be shy to do that. That's for sure. It's some
well,
great
you definitely. I don't know if you remember, but when we first heard about No Name Nationals, I was all about it, and I have been since. I was hitting the ground running because I knew that it was going to be great. And you know, same thing with us meeting for the Volvo, man. I was ready to go. I was ready for it. It's going to be awesome, and it was. So.
Well, you just have to go back, and that's one of the things I appreciate about your video is when you go back and look at that video you put together of how everything kind of came to be it didn't start out as an LS swap Volvo.
No, we were talking about it.
Not even close, but that's what it ended up being. And half the channels that were originally involved, they weren't involved. You know?
Yeah, and that's expected. I mean, I expected that. I really did.
Yeah. but the core group was always there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right. That core group with you and Dudes and 113 and Wasted, always there.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then, but the great thing about you guys is like, hey man, you guys want to come down, build a car? By all means, come on down. Let's do it.
Yeah.
That was the fantastic part. I was like, yeah, you serious? Okay, I'll be there. Tell you what, I'll build a car to come down and build the car.
And that's
You
just
did.
all. I just love
I
that.
thought that was pretty good.
Yeah.
So,
Very
I mean, I think the No Name Nationals is, John, I can't thank you enough. And Buzz and anyone putting work into that. Cletus, you're in on one of the ambassadors now. Fantastic. Like, my hat's off to you guys. And it's a lot of work, but it's appreciated. Like, I can't tell you how much it's appreciated. Like I said, I book plane tickets and I don't care. I'm coming down. Whether I'm participating or whether I'm watching, it's just going to be an awesome event.
Well, I know, going back to Heaven's Mopar, or I guess Scott's question there, and then the answer there, I know they're going to be having the races, but also at the same time, what I'm gathering is they're going to be a car show or a place to park your car where people can look at it. And I hope that's way, because that's what the Volvo is going to be doing most of the time, is just parked for people to look at.
That's what it does best. That's how we built it.
That's right. Look at it. Say, whoa, boy, that's crazy. And that's what most people do.
Yeah. Kind of going off of what Mongo said, though, with John and everybody, I 100% agree with what he's saying. Is, everybody's putting in the work. But the other thing is the lives that they're doing, the creator stuff, helping you grow your channel, and the tools that are out there to help with it. I mean, like the descriptions, I didn't even have a description until I saw Buzz's live talking about what you should have in the description. And the next day I went on there and immediately put on a description on there and stuff with it.
Sure.
So that kind of stuff has been great.
And that goes back to what I was saying earlier in this discussion about get yourself out there, take advantage of these channels that are willing to help you and help you grow and get your name out there. And if they're offering to help you, by all means, take them up on it and reciprocate in kind. Pass what you learned down. That's what I've learned as well, is if I can help someone, I will 100% help them, because you know what?
Yeah.
I've had a lot of help myself. I didn't do this on my own. Like, I had an idea. I started it. I fumbled through some stuff, and then I met the Trash Content crew, and I was like, oh, hey, yeah, these guys got a lot of good advice, and start following some of it. And then you get talking to John. He's got a lot of advice coming in and a lot of help coming in. There's a lot of support in this community, and don't be afraid to take advantage of it. Or not, I don't know if advantage is the right word, but don't be afraid to seize that opportunity is what I'm trying to say. And
one of the opportunities is there, and people are willing to help you. Everybody, it's a great group. Everybody's wanting to help each other.
Yeah.
Not only get to 500, but also just to be hanging out. Everybody wanting to meet each other, and
and the knowledge that you gain from some of these people is, oh man, you know what? You just have to pay for that.
Oh yeah.
No, you paid fortune to know what some of these guys know.
Well, yeah, YouTube is great about that in general, but then also getting together and talk about to grow YouTube itself is great knowledge.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Because what may work for you may not work for someone else, but if hey, this is working for him and this is working for Mongrels, I could do it this way and it might work for me.
Yeah, but that goes back to knowing your core audience as well. Sure. and what you're after, and somewhat catering to them. Like I said, if you're a Mopar guy, don't completely ditch your Mopar content and start building houses.
Sure.
That's not it's not what your core audience is built on.
You can do other stuff. Yeah, I agree with you.
And that's exactly what you were saying. Build a brand. And let me justify that a little bit. There's a couple reasons for you doing YouTube. And one is you want to make something out of this, then that's the approach you have to take. Two, you just want to put out content. You don't care what it is. And you don't care if you build it into a brand or anything like that, then do whatever you want. Doesn't matter. right? But if you actually want to build it into something, then you're going to have to see what your audience appreciates and wants, and then not socialize, but network and everything else. You're going to have to put a lot of work in. It's not just, like I said, I go back to you're a pea in an office tower, a full of peas, right? How do you stand out in that? You got to figure that out. And that might be a little bit of a niche that you get into, but one of the ways you can do it is get into that niche and then start getting to know the players and what people are interested in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and from my experience, especially just with the automotive community, is if somebody's negative, you can separate yourself from them and still be part of the community. You don't have to be friends and communicative with everybody in the community. You could pick and choose who you want to be more involved with. So, yeah.
Well, I mean, CP was touching on this a little bit on his chat the other day. If you got someone dragging you down, I'd hate to say it, but you really got to assess whether you're going to stay connected with that person or not. Because it's like anything else. If someone wants to, let's just compare it to your home life. If you got someone that just wants to sit on the couch and watch TV all day, then that's likely what you're going to end up doing is sitting on the couch and watch TV. You're not going to get anything done. You got someone that wants to get out to the shop and do stuff, then that's what you're going to do. You're going to get out to the shop, and you want to surround yourself with people like-minded that wants to do that. We want to put an LS in a Volvo. We don't know how to do it, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah,
we did.
And we're going to do it in 5 days. Well, maybe we took 6, but we did it. 5 days.
Hey, 815's video today had me doing the walk around on Tuesday that I did at night on most of the nights with it. And the clock went off and it was like after midnight. And I was like, it's still Tuesday. We're not calling it Wednesday. So I'm sticking with that for Friday now. Okay. So just because it was 2 minutes after midnight, it's still Friday. Yeah. Tuesday, I was still saying it's still Tuesday. So it's the same thing.
Roadkill, you were 100% correct right there.
Absolutely.
The algorithm is definitely based on subs and views because YouTube's goal is not to make everybody successful. YouTube's goal is to keep people watching. YouTube.
Yes.
If your channel is getting 1 million views, even if it's junk content, they don't care. They don't care if you got the best content. If you're not getting views, they're not going to push it.
Yeah. And you'll see that, like what they're after. And this is why your end click rate, which if you don't know what that is when people progress onto a new video from your videos. Doesn't matter if I send you over to Cletus or 113 or another one of my videos. What they want to see is that progression. And if your videos are generating more views, then they're going to promote your video. Yep. And that is the logic behind what I'm doing right now.
Sure.
Is I'm trying to generate that interest to get that click-through rate up. And one of the things like that little bit that I accidentally posted, which I did accidentally post, I was just trying to tweak some stuff. And then you guys are saying, hey, great video and all that. I'm like, what video? I was like, oh crap. I made that public. Oh, whatever. Might as well roll with it now. But one of the things was I was trying to get that view rate up, and I did. It was successful. I went from, you can see the view rate kind of drop down the chart. I'll go this way for you. To now, that thing stays at about 80% all the way through.
Wow. Sure.
So it really, the people that watch it, they're watching the entire video. And
because it keeps you, and I think that's what you're trying to get to. It keeps you engaged the whole time.
Exactly what I'm trying to do.
There's no slow points where you're like, they go off and doing something else, or they're like, okay, let me go to the next video.
Yes, and that's exactly what. And then what I want that to be is a springboard for other videos, whether it's your channel or 113 channels or 815 channels or Wasted Talents or Dudes. Doesn't matter. My own channel doesn't matter as long as it generates that click.
Sure.
Go someplace
else. Because it's keeping people on YouTube. Yep. And that's what YouTube wants as well. So it doesn't have to be keeping people on your channel. It's keeping people on YouTube.
Yeah. So that is what I'm focused on now.
Yeah, that's great. Especially at the size of your channel. If you can get that figured out, by the time that you start making money, you're going to be just piling on. It's going to be
well, I've already got my view time pretty good. Like my view time's outperforming my subscribers. Although And like I said, but you can tell I stopped doing work, everything just stopped.
Yeah.
You know, and now that I've started putting a couple things back out there, it's starting to pick up a little bit again. But I've had that in the past before where I'm going gangbusters in my point of view, like, and then all of a sudden it just plateaus for a bit, and you're going, well, what happened? And you get a little disappointed, a little bit discouraged, but you got to realize that's just cyclical. It as long as you keep doing the work, you're going to keep growing.
For sure. And you may have, you may have points that it doesn't, you may only get 20 views on a video, but
Yep.
yeah,
But you don't
but
stop.
the next one could blow up, or
Yeah.
that one could get views later,
But I know from talking to you guys, and that's one of the things that helped me, is every one of us went through that.
Sure.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
You know, everyone, oh man, I'm not getting any subs right now. I haven't had any for a month or whatever. Well, and now when we say not getting any, that doesn't mean
It's
we're
not getting the same amount.
We're
right,
not getting what we were like when I was hitting just about 3 subs a day for a while there. I was like, oh wow, this is nuts, right? I hope
What
this
you
keeps
want,
on
yeah.
going. And then all of a sudden it just goes, you're like, what? Oh, but
There's another Canadian cousin there, Piston Twisted. What's up, buddy?
Yeah, good guy,
How's
good
it going,
guy.
Piston Twisted?
Power Stroke. Everybody's doing good, I believe.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But-
well, and back to what Roadkill was saying, the No Name Nationals is one of the biggest opportunities to help grow your channel. Not only to get to meet everybody and do some collab videos and see everybody's projects, but also just to build your channel going, getting to No Name Nationals. And then everybody's going to be interested in seeing the event. And then everybody's going to be able to, wanting to see what comes after the event. So it's going to continue to help people, I think. I don't think it's going to be, we hit it and it's going to stop. I think people's going to want to watch, hey, what did this person do at the No Name Nationals? What was this person's point of view? What was, it's going to continue to help people's channels grow.
Well, it's all about, like I said, it's about the branding and it's the marketing. And I mean, you just have to look at Cletus McFarlane. His stuff may not be the greatest videos out there, but his marketing is, it's off the charts. And that's why he does
next
so well.
level. Yep.
It's next level.
I like that. That's awesome.
There you go. Mentors. There you go.
I like that. Thanks,
yeah.
John.
Well, hopefully by next year's No Name Nationals, you guys will be in the thousands.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm with you. Next year. Hell, man, I'm doing that this year.
There you go.
I would love to hit
Dancing enjoys making videos. That's good. You got to enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, it's no reason,
Yeah.
You're not going to make, even at 1,000 subs or 2,000 subs, you're not making enough to pay your bills. It's just not going to happen.
No, you know what? And don't burn yourself out because don't do that. Don't, if you need to take a break, take a break, man. It's so easy to get discouraged. And when you do, go watch, go socialize, go watch some stuff, go do some research. You don't have to be pumping out videos all the time.
Well, and if you do, people will see that.
And they will
see that you're burnt out. I mean,
you'll see your quality go down. You'll see your videos go down, and you'll just end up getting a little more discouraged. So take the break, do what you got to do, and then get back into it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Roadkill says snowball. Yeah, the snowball effect. That's what I was talking about. It's going to keep going even after the event. People are going to continue looking for it. I hope to see this year's No Name National 500. Yes, John.
That'd be great.
I think they will.
Yeah.
Especially the people who are putting in the work to make the 500. I think I'm not trying to talk bad about anybody. I'm just saying that nobody's not doing the work, but the people that are working really very, very hard to make sure they hit that 500. I think they're going to be some of your best mentors for the guys to do it the next class, as you say.
Yeah.
And not only is it going to build YouTube or this event, but it's going to help build the automotive community. So I think it's freaking awesome. I've always been a proponent. I've always been big on the automotive community. Always have since it started. You can go back to a year ago, 2 years ago when I was talking. It was always about, let's build this community because it's just not one. I remember when I started on YouTube in 2009, there was zero automotive community. If you was anything automotive on YouTube, It was how to.
Yeah. Well,
How to-
and you know
Which is
what?
important.
That's
Important
one of the
stuff.
big things that I appreciate about you guys is that we are trying to build that community back, because the automotive community was crashing hard.
Oh,
And
yeah.
now you've got a lot of people starting to get interested in it yet, and younger
Sure.
people. You got the Alex Taylors, you got the Goon Squads, you got a whole bunch of, you got who else? Like, I don't know, there's a whole bunch of younger generation of people starting to get into the automotive stuff. And that's fantastic. That's what really gets me motivated is, hey, this might stay alive. I want to see this keep growing, keep going.
Well,
And you need the younger generation
you
to
need the younger
do that.
generation. You can't be just all, old people with car shows. It can't be.
No.
So that's what people need to realize when they're judging these cars at the car show. You can't just look at the hot rods and stuff, because there are not as many as there was out there. So if somebody does have a 96 Volvo or something way better now, but
Man, really,
no,
man.
don't.
We're beating that dead horse again, are we?
We're beating this dead horse. I'm just saying, they need to open their minds as well. So
You're absolutely right, because our generation, we're all about the 60s muscles cars, and
I
some
love
of the
love them.
but now you're starting to get into people that like the 80s, like
I love the 80s
Mopar
cars, too.
girl. She's got the 80 Aspen or whatever.
Oh yeah,
that's cool, man. It's a 4-door
I think it's
Aspen.
cool.
It's not
Yeah.
not a smoking hot car, but she loves that thing, and she does stuff with it, and that's fantastic to see stuff like that. And you got people working on Fox Body Mustangs. You got people working on stuff I never thought would have been a popular car.
Oh yeah.
And I don't care. Just get out there and work on it, and enjoy it. And it's one of the things, like, let's go to Katarina, for example. She gets a lot of haters, and I don't.
Her little Honda is cool. I'm not a big Fox Body fan, but I think it's cool that she's working.
But the simple fact that she's out there trying,
sure,
and she's making content, and she's working on these. They may not be the most popular Fox Body. They may not be the most popular car.
She's pretty successful, though. I mean, I'll give it to her.
But she gets. You should see some of the comments she gets. It's pretty dang
I'm
rude,
sure.
right?
Well,
but that comes with success too. You get that. And she might bring some of it on herself. I don't. She might like arguing with people. I don't know. But the simple fact is, I will support her simply because of what she's doing, and it doesn't have to be.
Well, she is part of that younger generation.
She absolutely is.
Not she's like crazy younger than me, but she's like 10 years younger than me, I think. So, or maybe more younger than that. I think like 15 years younger than me, maybe.
Yeah, and I think she's in her 20s still. And then she's even got another guy that she hangs out with.
The teen mechanic guy.
The teen mechanic, and he's like 17 years old. He started when he was 15 years old. He can't even drive, or 14 or something like that. And he's working on cars. And I was like, that's fantastic. I need to, you want to support these groups.
4 no-name nationals, my son and Turlo's son, they're both about the same age. They're both close to 16. They'll be 16 this summer. They're both going to no-name nationals.
Is that his picture with the bike? Is that your son?
That's him. Yeah,
that's what I thought. Was he Ninja Turtle costume on or shirt? Or
Ninja shirt or something. Sure, yeah.
That's awesome.
Have you seen the video, Mongrels?
I don't know. No, I haven't seen the video yet. No.
Yeah, he's got a video calling out bikes with Turlo, which is Turlo's son. So.
I gotta watch that. Yeah.
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 If anybody wants to sub to them 2 channels, they are going to be pushing. I know both of them they're still in school right this second, but school's about to be over, I think tomorrow for my kid. Anyway, they're about to be pushing real hard soon for the no-name, getting their 500 for no-name national. So
good.
Yeah.
It's good.
Kim Fix.
Yeah, I like Kim Fix. She's funny.
Nice.
Yeah, John, you kind of nailed it, right? Like the square body Chevs, they were such disposable trucks.
Oh yeah,
not anymore. No one wanted them back when I was a kid, and now they're like the new hot ticket item, right? And maybe Roadkill had something to do with that, with the OG muscle truck, and that goes the same with the Dodge, the Mopar, the D100s and stuff like that, the 70s Dodge trucks. I would have crawled before I would have driven one of those things at one point.
Hey,
they're kind of cool.
I've always
liked them.
79. Dodge Straight 6 in it. I love that thing.
Oh, hey,
Yeah,
you know
John,
what?
John,
Piece
that
of
was my
junk.
son there, bud.
It was completely worn out, but man, I love that thing.
It's added to the call out roundup. Sweet. I think it's going to be funny. And don't get me wrong, they're both going to be driving at that point. I'm pretty sure Turlo's on the same page as me is that they're going to be fresh drivers. I don't think they'd be driving down the track, but doing a little bike race, that'd be fun. They don't even have to get on the track to do it. They could do it on the side.
No, yeah, that's true.
It's going to be great. So.
Yeah, see you, Renegades.
I want to get into it. So.
Later, Renegades.
Yeah, like
it's going to be fun. Well, and my son, I'm not sure what Turlo's son's going to do yet because he's I think he's in trouble or something like that. So he's not able to get on YouTube right this second. But, and I don't want to call him out or nothing, but my son,
I think he just did.
He's going to be building.
Yeah, I think you just did.
He's going to be building a bike. So he's going to take some old bikes. He's going to do some, hopefully use 113's welder and stuff. We're going to build a bike, like a full-on custom bike that's for racing.
You're going to make a card holder for the spokes then?
If that's what it needs, sure.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what he's going to do yet. He was talking about, and it was pretty cool. He's like, well, I was reading something of if you put different sprockets here and this size sprocket here, it's actually going to go faster. And I'm like, okay, well, you better try it.
It's all gearing, man. You got to start someplace. So
he's all about it. So
haven't talked to me. I know all about that stuff. I mean, that's
good.
Sprocket gearing.
When I was his age, and when I was a little younger in his age, I was finding old bikes, and I was building like I would stretch them out and build choppers and stuff like that.
Oh yeah,
and I'd sell them.
I don't know. I would love to have done it, but for some reason I just never did. It's just not.
I did, and I used to take radios apart just to see how they worked and stuff. It's something I used to.
Well, I took a lot of
radios. I used to build after when I lived in San Antonio. I wasn't building choppers anymore. I was building lowrider bikes, and I'd build little carts in the back with a radio and put speakers and stuff in. And boy, I'd sell them like crazy. People loved them.
Nice.
What are you guys' thoughts on that? I'm curious.
Well, that's an interesting question. You know what? I'm a firm believer in if a product's shit, say it's shit. Pardon my French, but that's essentially what it boils down to. And if you're going to promote and sell a product, then you should be excited about that product.
Well, we were talking about it earlier. It's your brand that you're building.
That's right.
So if your brand says it's a good product, then it needs to be a good product.
Yeah. So either you don't do a review or you do an honest review. Those are your options.
And that's what I usually tell people. In fact, he's got 113 has the other one. Top Down has now sent me two different testers. The first one was great, and the second one was great. If it wasn't great, I would never do a review or a video or anything. If it was great, I would do it. And that was my agreement with him. If it doesn't work well, I just won't do a video or mention it or anything. And I would just give them feedback directly. But
my thought would be, and I haven't done anything, so that's why I'm asking. I thought that was a great comment for that. I feel like if you're going to do a bad review, you need to be a little bit more detailed of why. Is it just
why? Yeah, don't say it's
material, or is it? It's like this has potential, but this is the problem.
I like this, but the buttons are junk.
Yeah, exactly. The display doesn't work.
You know what? Go get a hold of CP and ask him. He's got a lot more experience with that than we do.
Take it easy, bud.
Yeah, but I feel like that's what I would do if someone did. I mean, that's 100%. I would do an honest review on anything I got. But that's what I would do is instead of just tearing it apart, like this is absolute crap.
Yeah, you can say where I like this feature. Well, okay, I'm an auditor.
Cletus, he was talking about timing lights. If you didn't catch that.
Yeah,
that's
okay. So when I'm doing an audit, and I will always say, here's the good points, here's a bad point, here's a good point, here's a bad point. I don't want to focus on just the bad. I want to actually encourage the person to improve. So that's how I structure things.
Sure.
So when I actually give advice, it's like, okay, you did this very well. You could improve here.
Yeah.
You did this very well. And I'll put it in a sandwich like that, right? And say, focus on fixing this, but here's what you did well as well. So, you don't have to focus on that too much.
Well, it's just like if you ask somebody, hey, could you check out my YouTube? And tell me about it. They come back and say, oh, everything's great. That's not really helping you.
Yeah.
No.
You know?
Unless it's actually
If they
great.
said,
then it's
hey,
great.
this is great. This is really good. I
but
didn't
still
like
some.
this, or this is really good.
Yeah.
Give something back. I like this, and this is why I liked it. Something. It's always great.
Expand on it. Don't say, oh, yeah, it's good.
Or this is not good, and this is why.
Yeah.
I also feel like if you're doing that and you give that honest review like we're talking about, people are going to be more interested in what else you're doing. They're going to believe you and say, if you just, everything is great. I've watched a couple different people that I've watched them for a little bit and I realized they don't say anything bad about anything, no matter what, even stuff
there
I've
used
seen.
to be a food show, diners, drive-ins, and dives or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And everybody watched him because he's pretty animated. Guy Fieri or whatever. He's a pretty animated guy, but if you watch it, everything he tried was the best.
No,
you seen some bad ones?
He even
Mike,
did one.
I work in the aviation industry, so I audit the regulatory compliance and maintenance practices in aviation.
Well, Ryan, I'll have to see which ones that he didn't like.
I believe the one particular that I'm thinking of, because it was one of my favorite things he did, was, I believe it was a cheeseburger with peanut butter on it. And he's like, I don't know about all this. And he takes a bite of it and he's like, oh, that was like the worst thing I've ever put in my mouth.
You don't remember which episode it was or anything? I'll look it up. Cheeseburger.
I think it was a cheeseburger with peanut butter.
That sounds awful.
Yeah. And he's like, I'll give it a shot, and he tried it and I don't even think
it depends on how you do it. I think you could do it where a cheeseburger would be good with peanut butter on it, but it would have to be done like a peanut butter sauce. I don't know. You'd have to do it a certain way.
Well, and it's not everybody's taste with it too. It's like some people just don't like peanut butter. No matter what you put it on, they're not going to like it. So, but some people were. So it depends on how you were to do it or something. So.
Yeah. No.
Oh, yeah.
You got to be able to take the constructive criticism, because
you do that as well. You can't be offended by what
Yeah.
people tell you either. Yeah, you got to be able to take the feedback and say, okay, if you're looking for true feedback, if you're just looking for somebody to watch your videos, that's what you need to make sure you tell me.
If you're looking
I don't want you to review this. I just want you to watch it.
Yeah, if you want validation versus feedback, that's kind of what we're discussing here, right?
Yeah. Well, for me on my particular channel, I'm not that big of a channel. Obviously, I don't even have 500 yet. There's nothing I don't want to hear with it, because I'm just learning everything and absorbing everything. So,
well, you're probably tired of me giving you feedback because I give it to you.
No, not at all.
Well, I even pin some of the negative feedback on my channel, my comments, right? Just because I'm like, oh yeah, that's what you got to say for it. You know what? I've got just about 100% like rate for most of my videos. You're the one guy that did it.
If I had actual feedback that was just negative, it'd be fine. But I get the haters, and when I get them,
you're always going to get someone that just wants to say you suck.
Yeah, I'll probably get some kind of smart ass remark, probably make sure to subscribe for more trash content. I'll do that, and of course, they'll just leave it. But
I just haven't gotten any. The only negative real comments that I've gotten, and I'm not asking for any, so don't go find any stuff. As far as don't go intentionally doing that. If you have some, that's fine. But it was the spray foam in the building. People thought it should have been more even, and I actually occasionally get comments on that still.
Really?
A year, a couple months later.
I've actually been in the building. I just. Yeah, whatever, it works.
Yeah.
Well, is it functional? Yeah, okay.
The last one that I did, I was like, well, I've had it for a year. I'm putting walls and covering it up, and I can't see it, so I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm like, it still works, so
Yeah.
Well, John, why take two great things and make one thing that sucks? You can't always know how it's going to suck. Like, I mean, who would have thought peanut butter and chocolate, for example?
I think he's talking. I don't think he's talking about peanut butter and hamburgers anymore. I think he's talking about a Volvo and an LS.
How does that run anyway?
No, that's two sucky things and making a somewhat cool thing. Is that I don't know what that is.
It's a cool thing.
I was showing somebody a car the other day for sale, and they pull up and they say, "Why is that Volvo? You're selling that Volvo too?" God, I'm like, "Oh boy."
Now I need a
Here, let me show you what's cool about this.
Yeah,
I definitely need a Volvo wagon now just because of that.
Yeah.
It's because people's attitude towards them.
Well, there's that one guy that you just no. You put an L. I'm not interested. You wrecked the
Well,
Volvo-ness of
That's
it.
not what he
He
said.
liked it. He's actually one of my neighbors. He liked the fact he just knew it was going to be way too expensive for him.
Yeah.
He was looking to spend about $5,000, and he said the car looked like it was worth about $5,000. That's after we cleaned it up, and put the new wheels on and stuff. And he's like, "Man, I got $5,000 right now," and I'm like, "No, that ain't gonna do it, bud."
Yeah.
Sorry to tell you.
Well, John, I'm a for when it comes to my classic cars, I like my Pontiacs, but my modern stuff, it's Mopar. I like my classic Mopars too. I just can't afford the darn things. That being said, I did get a '68 Plymouth Valiant, which
Yep.
I will be putting a modern Hemi in. But yeah, I love the Mopars now. I really like the new Hemi, but you look at the architecture between the Hemi and the LS, and they're very similar.
Sure.
They're
Oh, yeah.
they're the very similar engineering in the two, and
Well,
I really
obviously,
do. I do
works at work,
appreciate the LS too.
LS is a great engine. It really is a good
They
platform.
are.
I am not scared to jump in to buy an LS with 250,000 miles.
No.
I'm just
Yeah.
But
Now-
I'm the same way with a Hemi, right? I don't care if
see,
it's
I'm a little scared. I'm not scared of Hemis, but I'm a little more. I take my time a little more with Hemis when I let check.
Sure.
Just because they're a little more expensive. To
They
fix.
are. They can be a little more expensive, absolutely, and the support's not quite there. But you got to remember that we're now talking in the third gen Hemi with the Eagle version. Anyways, there's millions of them out there now.
Oh yeah,
Like that's
especially the 5.7.
2009 to 2022 now. There's a lot of that engine. Now there's minor differences throughout the years, but for the most part, that engine is consistent. I think about the only thing they changed was the reluctor ring to a finer 52 tooth pattern on it. So the third gen Hemi is very similar to an LS, and when it comes down to the actual pistons and rings and stuff like that, I've taken apart an LS with 400,000. I've taken apart a Hemi with 400,000, and I've seen crosshatch in both of them still in the cylinders. Like they just don't wear out, right? Well, they do if they're not maintained properly. But the Hemi has the cam issue with the lifters and stuff like that. But
ticking Hemi.
So does the LS. The LS claps its lifters as well, the LS is
Some
definitely
are worse than others, but yes.
Yeah. But it's the same with the Hemis. You look at how many, there's millions of Hemis out there, and the actual failure rate, when you look at how many there is, it's very low.
Sure.
It's probably a little higher than it should be, but it's still very, very low. There's a lot of very happy Hemi.
Well, they call it Hemi tick for a reason. Almost all of them tick.
Well, you got to remember, there's like 3 different ticks to a Hemi, though. There's the injector tick, there's the exhaust manifold bolts breaking. That's the other tick. And
that really happens on the LS. That happens all the time.
That happens to the LSs as well, right? Like I've got 2 LSs sitting out there, and both of them have broken exhaust bolts on them. And the Hemis,
hey, make sure when you drill them out, don't drill through the head.
Yeah, no, that's good advice. But the Hemis, it's almost always the back bolts that break on the Hemis, whereas the LS, you just don't know which one's broken.
Yeah, it could be back,
front, middle, it could be anywhere that sucker broke.
Usually it's the back or the front, but it could definitely be.
Yeah.
Any idea why that is?
Yes, I do have some. First of all, you've got an aluminum head on both those. And you got cast iron manifolds. You got very different expansion rates. The other thing is the quality of the bolts that they're using. You can get better bolts, but when you've got that much, eventually that cast will warp.
Oh yeah.
Because if you take those leaky ones off and you put a straight edge on them, you'll find that manifold's warped to some extent.
That makes sense. I mean, as hot as it gets, it's going to happen.
Yeah, so that's why when you start going to if you go to headers and stuff like that, you tend to, especially you can get some very thick header flanges nowadays, and you get some good quality headers. You'll have a lot less because simply they're lighter, and you've also got all that weight hanging off the back of that exhaust. You got, and it's just kind of focused in that one area, especially on the Hemis, the trucks in particular. That's a lot of weight just hanging off the back of that manifold, putting a lot of pressure on those things. And with the expansion, contraction, and everything else, you got to think that manifold's kind of, the back of it's kind of doing this while the front of it's pretty stable.
See, I would like to take a Hemi, a wrecked truck with a 5.7 or something like that, and take that engine and put it in an old Dodge truck or an old Ford truck. I don't care.
Yeah.
Something I could, but I'd have to take over the move the computers over and all. I'm sure they don't have the same Holly stuff they do for LSs, but I think it'd be fun.
Sorry, I just read Max Wedge comment there. Yeah, I can just imagine. That's a chore.
Yeah, I never messed with any of that.
But you know what? I can tell you a car that'll be worse, and that's the Ford Thunderbirds with the Super Coupes and stuff like that, or the XR7s. I think about 90-91. Those things are a nightmare to work on. Those things are awful.
You get to it.
Well, they got the supercharger on them,
Sure.
but then to get at anything on those things, like to change the spark plugs, you got to undo the engine mount so you can lift up and take the ducting out of the way.
The mid-90s Buick Regals were the same way. You had to loosen the motor mounts and rotate the engine frontward to do the back spark plugs.
Yeah. It's just you can't squeeze your pinky into any place in that thing. Yeah, no doubt, John. The A bodies are pretty tight when you put a V8 in them.
Yeah, I would like to put a Hemi in something. I couldn't do it in a Volvo because we had hard enough time fit in the LS. Well, truthfully, the LS fit pretty good. It was the dang big ass transmission.
Yeah, it's the trans. Well, you know what? That's another thing. I don't know a lot of people know this, but the 545 RFE transmission that Dodge makes. It's a neat transmission because that thing's got 3 planetaries in it. So that transmission is almost like the 4-speed that came out in the late 90s, maybe it was mid 90s, with the 45 RFE is almost the same transmission as the 6-speed that's out in the later 2000s. And all they did was change the programming and maybe a couple other minor components in them, and they just changed how the planetaries locked up on them. So in I think 2001 or something like that, the Jeeps had a 5-speed automatic in them, and all it was is they took the 45 RFE and changed the computer programming and made it into a 5-speed. It was the same transmission, and that transmission can be in the 545 RFE can be changed in a 6-speed just by programming.
Wow!
So it's almost literally the same transmission that whole run. It's actually an interesting transmission, and they changed very little in them. And not only that, they use that transmission in the Dakotas right up to the 3/4 ton trucks.
Really?
So it's actually a very tough transmission if you get the right one. It's a neat transmission. I quite like it, honestly. They did have their issues, but that 545 RFE is a pretty cool transmission.
So that Cadillac, you're just rebuilding it, right? You're not taking the engine out, putting it in something else. You're rebuilding it.
That is the intent with that 2017 ATS. Yeah, I'm just gonna fix it up, and it's so the one guy that's on the channel with me all the time, Mike. He's gonna give it to his son. He's fixing it for his son, so that's gonna be, and that's a cool car for.
So you decided to try to sell it, or he just wanted it?
You just for him a nice safe car for him to drive, because number one, it's all-wheel drive. Number two, it's a 4-cylinder. Yeah, it's got a turbo and it's got 275 horse, but it does have some pep, but it's a very well put together car.
The newer Cadillacs are nice.
Yeah, I usually don't care much for turbocharged car because they're not set up right, and you usually get a whole ton of lag on them. And
the newer turbos are like, put on the exhaust, like bolted to the exhaust, and they're just not great.
But that Caddy engine is set up so nice, dude. That 2-liter turbo, the power comes on. When I first drove one of those things, I thought, is this thing an 8-cylinder? What is this? And I was like, wow. I was very shocked when I opened the hood on that thing. And it's a neat car. So, like I said, it's all-wheel drive. It's fairly safe car. Parts are available for them. Like, it's built on the Camaro chassis. Like, it's not hard to get parts for it. So it's a cool car. I'm actually quite enjoying it. But like I said, that is a test run to see if we can take a wrecked car, rebuild it, And if we can, then maybe we'll start looking at getting kind of a more performance orientated, nicer ret car like a Hellcat or a Corvette or something like that.
Well,
would be awesome.
you can do it. Or I guess you're trying to say, can you personally do it?
Can we personally do it? Can I, can I develop the contacts for the parts and
How bad
else?
is the car?
Well, I don't think it's that bad because when I was looking at it, you look at the primary structure, it seems to be good. It doesn't seem to be tweaked or anything like that. You look at the secondary structure, like the rad sports and stuff like that. That's all bolt-on stuff. The bumper brackets, it all bolts on, and that's the stuff that's twisted and mangled and everything else.
So you're just bolting new stuff on then, pretty much.
So I'm just basically bolting new stuff onto that car. And if I look at the doors, all the door gaps are good. They all close fine. So that's another big clue that it hasn't twisted the body of the car that much, if at all. So that's kind of where we took it. Now, the one thing that did concern me is when I was under there playing was the suspension. I did see that both engine mounts are cracked.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But that's expected when it takes a hard hit like that.
I'm pretty sure that's the way it's designed.
Yes, they are. Most new cars are that way. So, and it's got the fluid-filled mounts too. So, and it's like the Volvo. It's just that cast stuff. So it's not the strongest. It's not like it's meant to not break. It you can tell it's kind of designed to break it with a hard enough hit, and it did. So,
like I said, it did its job.
If the Volvo ever gets hit, I don't think the motor mounts are breaking.
No,
I think the motor will break before those motor mounts will.
No,
yeah, that thing, the motor does not move at all. I mean,
no,
it does when you rev it. It moves like it's supposed to, but it's not. It's very well built.
That's
the belt likes
plates holding that thing in there. That's not going anywhere.
That's another thing I would figure out is the belt. But as soon as I put an AC compressor on there, the belt's got to change anyway. So,
yeah.
But I was looking at the video when I was taking it apart. I think I could have kept the original compressor and the original compressor mount bracket on there because there's plenty of room, and it would have been a second belt, behind it.
Huh.
It wouldn't have been on the main belt. It'd have been the little AC belt behind it. So
you'd still, I don't know.
I'll tell
you,
all
that's empty down there
now. Yeah.
Going back to the Hemi engine, I'll tell you one of the projects I've kind of got in mind. I've got enough used parts that I should be able to build a good engine. And to prove how durable these engines are, I'm going to reuse everything I can, including head gaskets.
Oh,
and then I'm going to take that and I'm going to
you're going to title it "How Durable Is the Engine?"
How well the engineering and how well built they are nowadays. So I'm going to use every used part I can. The only thing I might not use is the connecting rod bolts because those are torque to yield. But I might even use those. Head bolts are not.
Especially if you have no money in it, right?
Yep.
So I'm sure you're going to put a gasket kit on it.
Nope.
No,
I'm not going to put a gasket kit. This is just to see. I want to show you the difference between an old engine and a new engine and the quality of the parts. And I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to inspect everything and say, well, these should be good. These won't be. And then I'm going to build one and I'm going to put it in a project and we're going to see how long it lasts.
And you're going to go ripping on it, huh?
Oh, I'm going to rip on it. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. That'll make for great content. Yep. And, it makes for a good experiment.
So that is my plan. I think I got enough parts to do that.
No, that would be cool. Cool video for sure, man. That's beyond my what I can do. I guess it's beyond what I could do out here in the pavement.
I think you could do it. I honestly do, but you just have to go through. Like you got to remember, most of those are reusable gaskets nowadays because they've got the O-ring style seals in them, and as long as they're not totally compressed and flattened. And the multi-layer head gaskets, you can, as long as they're in good shape, you should be able to reuse some of those. Now, do I recommend you do this? No. Go get a gasket kit, rebuild it properly. But can you do it? Yes.
Look at Rockabilly. That's another no-name Nationals guy right there.
Yeah, hey, Rockabilly.
How's it going?
Now, I think that's a great video, especially it's not costing you any money. Are you going to use used oil and stuff in it too, or?
No, I won't do that. That's
Okay.
that's going a little far for me. Yeah,
But,
I do have my line.
I felt bad for a guy the other day. This is like it's last week or whatever. We went to the junkyard, and there was a guy out there with an old jug of transmission fluid, no funnel, and he was going around to Mercedes.
Or it was Mercedes. Sorry, it was.
I think it was Mercedes. And he was draining transmission fluid out of the cars into this jug with no funnel or anything. So he probably lost 50% of it. And he was going, I'm like, I've been really broke before. I never been go find old transmission fluid in a junkyard.
Well, apparently that Mercedes transmission fluid is probably pretty expensive.
Oh, I believe it. I'm sure it's a specific fluid or something like that.
And they're also sealed transmissions. They're non-service transmissions, right?
Oh, shoot.
I don't know.
Yeah. You don't, they're sealed units. So even some of the Mercedes engines are sealed units. You just drain the oil, you put however many liters or quarts back in it, and that's it.
So no filter.
There's there's a filter, but there's no dipstick tube that you have access to. That. It is a sealed unit. You can put oil in or you can take it out, and that's it. There's no topping it up. It's got a sensor to say if you're low, but but you got to remember a lot of these newer transmissions, like the NAG 1 transmissions that the Chryslers use and the Mercedes used, they don't even have the dipstick tube. You can buy a tool to put in there, but you have to know the proper operating temperature. Well, you got to know what temperature you're at, and that'll tell you how much fluid should be in the transmission. You don't just put.
A lot of newer transmissions are like that. Nissan, Dodge, Ford, they all do that sealed.
Well, most of the newer ones are completely sealed. You just drain them and then they're lifetime.
They run on they have like a metal rubber belt, and that's how they, instead of gears and stuff, it's way different. You don't feel the gear shift. It's just yeah. And Nissan's the worst about it, but
a lot of these newer transmissions, they are no service. They're a sealed unit and they're supposed to be lifetime. Now, that's what they say. Whether I would do that or not, that's why that fluid is so bloody expensive.
Hey, next you're gonna see people going around the junkyard trying to get gas out of cars.
I don't doubt it. But don't they drain all the fluids out down there?
I thought they did, but apparently not.
Because up here, what they do is they just take a punch and they punch the oil pan, they punch the transmission pan, and they drain all the fluid and they put a little. I thought they did here, but
apparently not. I didn't look. But then again, I know if you pull the engine, the oil pan's not going to have a hole in it, and the transmission in neither. So no, they don't.
Well, I can confirm that Mercedes that he was underneath had fluid in it before he got there because most of it was on the ground. He got some in that job.
Yeah, I bet.
Hey, that might be a video too. Flex seal and head gas.
There you go. To me, it's just one of those. That's used transmission fluid. He didn't look at the car. He didn't. How many miles are on there? He just climbed underneath there and started draining the oil right into his jug.
Yeah.
Well, for an example, a quart of transfer case oil for my 2011 Charger is like $50.
Yeah.
Well, now, if you look around, you can get it cheaper for maybe around $25-$30, but that's for 1 quart. And I'm like, are you?
Well, I wasn't feeling great about paying $100 to fill up the dang Volvo.
Yeah, for the transmission.
I remember transmission fluid being cheaper for some reason.
Yeah. It's not inexpensive nowadays. That's for dang sure.
Yeah.
What I was looking the other day, has really went up in price is windshield washer fluid.
Really?
Yeah, that stuff it used to be $1 for a gallon.
Yep, it did.
I paid $4 for a gallon, $3.90 something the other day.
Really?
Man.
Yeah. I use Rain-X, but I mean, I've been using it for years. I've never paid that much for it.
Wow. I go to Costco and buy the case of it for I don't remember how much now. There's 4 to 6 jugs in there that
I've heard that too, Henry's. And they're probably right. If you never change it, and then after 400,000 miles, you do change it, I'm sure there will be problems. But if somebody changes it when they're supposed to, transmission should last a long time.
Yeah, it's not cheap, John. That's for sure. Like spark plugs, there's another one. Like holy jumpings of those things gone up in price.
My one of our daughters had a motorcycle, and she would use the gas out of our lawnmower gas, and we had a jug that was old gas from like draining out of different motorcycles, had 2-stroke oil in it, all that kind of stuff. We would dump it in there, and she filled her motorcycle out of that one time. At least one time, because there wasn't that much in there.
Wow.
And this was a while back. There was no reason for it to be in there.
You know, I was seeing the other day, I'm in a Kia Soul group on Facebook because my daughter has Kia Soul. So I'm always, trying to, I don't know that much about them. They're pretty simple. But anyway, I'm always trying to stay up about it. And if I make a video on it, I'll share it on there. Somebody paid $800 for an oil change and an alignment on one the other day.
Holy mackerel.
Yeah. Like, that is ridiculous.
That's insane.
That definitely.
Well,
but even my brother, when he goes to take his vehicle in for a oil change stuff, it's $160, and he just got a miso shitty. So,
wow. And what's that Kia hold? Like maybe 5 quarts of oil?
Yeah, not even quite 5 quarts. It's like 4 3/4 or something.
Yeah, that's insane.
69 cents, 99 cents. Wow.
Well, I tell you, John, if you're not in a rush, if you get on Rock Auto and just wait until the spark plug you're looking for is on sale,
yeah,
you can buy them. I buy them, spark plugs and windshield wipers and stuff like that in bulk. Whenever they're on sale, I'll buy them and get them all shipped because the shipping's what's going to get you. But if you can buy it all in the same ship thing and buy it in bulk, you can have it sit back on the shelf waiting for you for when you need it. And you can have nice wiper blades for the same price as some crappy ones.
Yeah, I've done that. Rock Auto is definitely a place to buy stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
For me, if you start getting into brake parts and stuff, though,
you don't do brake pads and stuff?
No, not from, well, pads maybe, but no, definitely not the heavier stuff because
the rotors
and cost to Canada, it's insane.
Yeah.
So I use a different places for stuff like that. Like there's Max Brakes and then there's a Part Shack and stuff.
I just put. I think I used I think it was Auto Shack was the brand we put on the Volvo, drilled and slotted. Not slaughtered, but
I don't remember. Even though I looked at the box. Drilled and slaughtered. That thing stops.
It does. It stops pretty well now.
Yeah.
Well, and that's fine for the street and stuff. But if you're doing some, which you won't be, but you ever go to serious road racing, you don't want that because they'll crack.
I believe it. It's just for the extra weight and stuff. I didn't want them getting hot on the highway, and I'm not doing any racing. It's just I know I'll be traveling to car shows, so I wanted them to cool faster and stuff. So
they look cool too. So
and they do look good behind. Now that you can see them. So
I want some bright yellow calipers on that thing just to really pop.
Could do black calipers. Since you could do bright yellow.
No, you can do bright color.
You know what? I got some.
I mean, the engine's gold.
This right here, bright orange.
Well, that's like
I don't feel like that's caliper paint.
This is not. This is. Oh no, it's regular. I thought this was some of that street paint, but I got some yellow that's like street paint that has the different thing.
Yeah. Well, you got a bunch of that gold or a bunch of that green left, don't you?
I do. I got a bunch. I don't think it's hot enough for brakes, but
it was engine paint, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
These guys talk about doing different things with gas. I had a friend with a 280 ZX. That thing was getting pretty rusty. It was getting pretty nasty, and a lot of John, no doubt. But we were kind of getting tired of it because it's like, dude, you got a piece of chain holding your front struts together because it rusted through and popped through, and the only thing that kept it from launching was the hood. So he wanted him to get rid of his car, so he just started dumping oil into his gas tank. He'd go dump like 2 quarts of oil in his gas tank to get it to start smoking, so he'd get rid of it.
I think Rockabilly's onto something here. I think you paint those calipers orange and put a Hooter sticker on them.
There you go. Yeah, I like it.
Might work.
Oh, batteries, no doubt. Geez, that's something that's really
Oh,
going
yeah.
up.
Well, they
So-
have the old cheap $50 batteries here at Walmart, but they are like
They're crap.
they're junk.
Yeah.
The
Like, and they only have like a 6-month warranty too. So it's like, ugh.
yeah.
You can't buy a battery up here for under $120.
Really?
Gosh.
I keep batteries.
Lawn
If
tractor
I'm-
battery
if I'm
or something
taking a car
like
to a
that.
Jeep
no car
car,
battery.
it's got a good battery, I keep it.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I've got like
Right.
4 batteries right now. So
One of the
they're all
things.
side post. I freaking hate side post batteries. But
Well, the price of metal has gone stupid. So all that lead and aluminum and anything
I
like
thought
that.
so too. But when I went to sell the metal, they're like, the price is down right now. I'm like, of course it is.
Yeah. Seems to work that way, doesn't it? Oh, great. I'm going to take advantage of that. What do you mean it just went down?
The stuff I took the other day, I don't know how much I had. I didn't even look at the weight on it. I probably have a receipt around here somewhere for it. I got like $24. I mean, it was just one of those. I'm hoping they'll take it and get it out of here, so I don't have to worry with it. Basically, is all it was.
Dude,
There wasn't
all
much
the
with
cans,
it.
we filled up that thing with cans, just all of us drinking sodas while we were.
Totally forgot them. They're sitting
Oh,
right
you
out
didn't
there.
get
I actually meant to tell you about it today. Yep. I went through that whole thing, and there was tons of metal inside of there besides those aluminum cans. And yeah, I went through and dug through, and there was all sorts of water for that thing.
Well, I'll come pick up the cans and I'll put them in bags and I'll bring them up there.
Yeah, I don't go enough. I mean, maybe a year before I go back again, and there's
Yeah,
still
I'll just grab the one here right there real quick.
That's
I
why.
got to toss some shade at John here. So, John, is that the batteries you used in your van then? If it is, then I understand why you got a great value.
So, has anybody used the washer fluid? You could buy like the tablets on Amazon and then add water to it and make your own washer fluid. Has anybody ever done that?
I've heard of them, but I've never used them.
No, I've never heard of that.
That might be a good video to do on YouTube.
I've
You know,
seen the
what-
liquid also.
I know
Yeah.
I think washer fluid's pretty flammable, so you got to be careful on mixing it or something.
News to me.
Yeah.
Well, I know I had a few vehicles here and some aluminum and stuff and catalytic converters. And so I just got a guy to come out here because I didn't want to haul it away. I said, "You give me this much, you can take it all away." So he did. He gave me like $650, and he hauled out like 6 vehicles.
Well, if you had more than one cat, he made his money because cats
Yeah.
are, even the cheap cats are like 150 right now. So
But yeah, talking about the batteries.
Do you? John's
Yeah.
got Tony Stickwelder revival battery. That's awesome.
One of the things I can't stand is when I go to a car show and see these really nice cars with Walmart batteries in them. Man, that stuff drives me nuts. So,
there's a Walmart battery in the Volvo, right?
yep, that sure
Yes,
is.
it's really nice cars though, so it wasn't.
Yeah. You got these cars, these people spent, ridiculous amounts of money.
Oh, you're
on
talking
them.
about $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 cars.
I'm not talking, just everyday car kind of thing, or a project that I'm working on, blah blah, that kind of thing. I'm talking about these, cars that are in line for best of show and stuff, and you got a Walmart battery in there.
Yeah,
Man, that
well,
drives me nuts.
I'm afraid I fall into that category too. I wouldn't have a car that's in line for best in show, but it's going to have that. I go by the Vice Grip Garage value of batteries.
Oh wow!
That one's got a to-go handle, and it's this price. All right, we'll see how that works.
So when I had my Jimmy and I was putting it in car shows, I had a red top Optima battery. I put in that. So, but
How
they're not
was
that
that?
good. I wasn't impressed.
It makes
Yeah.
me immediately think better of your vehicle when you don't have a Walmart battery on it.
Yeah.
It does.
Fair enough.
I would
See you,
totally
Mike.
agree with that.
Have a good one, Mike.
Better, Mike. And it's just, I don't know, it's a personal thing.
So they just need a battery cover for when you come by, huh?
That probably
Well,
works.
okay. You know what?
Never
You would
did.
appreciate this. Now, I have my bike, and I
No.
went and got the proper battery for that bike, the user battery, and it would die every bloody year. I'd have to get a new battery. And these are supposed to be top of the line batteries, and I hated these stupid. So I eventually broke down and I bought a Walmart battery because I was getting tired of paying that premium every year. And that battery has been in that bike for 10 years and still works.
Like I
Is
said,
it
I bought
something
that.
you built to take to car shows?
You were
Just asking, again,
Yeah,
you put it in your own
that's
car.
what
That's
it is.
fun with it.
What works and for what price?
Yeah, I got you. I guess if I was taking something to a car show and I had 30 grand in it, I would probably hide the battery, honestly.
Yeah. It depends on the vehicle and that kind
Put
of
a
stuff.
beauty cover on there or something. Yeah.
It's just like, you spent so much money on these paint jobs that are just beautiful, and you shaved all this and you did all this kind of thing. You spent all this money on this interior, and there's a Walmart battery sitting there.
Yeah.
I mean, it just, I don't know.
A little salty,
I don't know. It's one of those things that if it works, great.
Yeah.
I just care that it works. I don't care where it came from.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just something I feel like you've cheated on. You've gone cheap on something that you just shouldn't. And I don't know.
I think I'm gonna have to upgrade the battery for the Volvo. I just don't think it's gonna be
Walmart
big
battery.
enough. Yeah, I just don't think it's gonna last. I might put that.
Buck interstate batteries are very good. I've always had good luck with them.
That's what I have in my truck.
Yeah.
I've never bought one.
Sorry, that's what I have in my Ridgeline.
That's what I have in my Ridgeline. Don't say truck now.
Yeah, don't say truck. Don't call that a truck.
Let's hit me swap that.
I heard you talking about that earlier.
Fun,
I knew the conversation was going to go that way when you started talking about it.
Yep. It is all-wheel drive, so you have fun with that.
They make all-wheel drive Hemi, vehicles. We could just swap the whole thing over.
Yeah.
Well, that'd be easier. So get your Ridgeline to do that.
Well, I'll tell you what, that 38 Pontiac, there's a reason the gangster's going, get out of here, because that car is getting a Hemi swap. It's not getting
boy. In a Pontiac? Okay.
That's a cool car. I like that.
Yeah.
The whole gangster thing was awesome with that too.
I thought it was funny. Yeah.
The
everybody in the chat's like, what is he guy talking about?
Oh, I love it.
I'll go watch the video, guys. It's posted.
The film noir kind of thing that you did on it and everything. Did
you leave that one up?
Yeah, I left it. Well, I post X, but you guys already seen it and stuff. So I said, whatever. So what I did is I finished off the description. I put links to 113 and I put it to 815's videos. So I just left it up. It's nice. So if people want to
go over to Mongrel's Garage channel, y'all could watch his video that he put up. He did a very good job. It did a lot of work into it. You could tell, and you guys should check it out. Not only to see how much work you put into it, but also maybe you guys want to do something like that too. It's awesome. So
yeah. It's only a 2-minute video, so it's not very long.
Yeah, go watch it. We'll wait.
Yeah.
Well,
hey, we're waiting 2 minutes.
We're not gonna run this all night, guys. We're gonna shut it down here soon. But
I don't
know, John.
How many parallel would have to chain to crank a V8?
Your code cranking amp or your cranking amps is where that would come into play, not the battery power itself. I think after it's running, it would be okay.
Yeah, for the C battery.
The little C batteries, yeah.
Yeah, how many amps is it?
Yeah, I don't know how many amps that wouldn't be very many amps.
Yeah.
I think that's where you'd run into the problem, though, is the cranking.
A lot of them. I'm sorry,
you might get it to go whir, click, 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 click.
They melt. It would be fun.
There you go. I pulled up to a car show and somebody had those. They win. I'm just saying.
You know what?
You know what they should do? With a rat rod, the one that has the muffler and stuff. He should get some C batteries and stack them up.
Go double A.
My kids, when they were younger, they had one of those electric power wheel things that you put the little rechargeable batteries in them. But they only last for about an hour and then they're done, and you got to recharge the stupid thing. So I said, you know what? I'm tired of buying batteries for something. I'm just going to take an automotive battery and stuff it in here. So I modified it, but put an automotive battery. They were going all day until it started melting the wiring to the motor. And then I see my kids scrambling out of this thing. It's on fire. It's on fire. I'm like, uh-oh.
Oops. That's why they don't do that.
Yeah. It's like, oh, okay. That's why they don't do that. But
hey, I don't think the Chevy guys would care if you took a Hemi and put it in a 2002 Yukon. I don't, or even a Chevy Camaro or something. I don't think
go something like that. Yeah,
people would probably be, oh, it's cool. I think the Mopar guys would get mad if you put a LS into a 69 Charger or something.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. they
Oh
would.
yeah. But I mean, okay. We have someone that's put a 2JC into a 69 Charger, right? Or was 68 Charger, 68
For
Charger.
me, I don't care.
I
And,
I
and there
think
was some definite hate on that, but I think there was some okay people okay with it and are kind of cool too, right?
Ugh.
But for me, I'm like, yeah, you know, a 2JC and a Charger, no.
I get it.
just
I get it, man. But
expensive engine.
But hey, well, you know, I'm also a firm believer though, in exactly what you just said. If you got this car lying around and this engine lying around, and that's all you got, and you could put it together to make something that works, go for it.
Yep. You will piss some people off, but I am 100% with you.
oh, you know how many Mustang boys are upset that they got LSs in them?
I might have made reference to that in that video that I put.
Yeah, there you go, Rocky Billy. You're right. Yeah, do what you
Yeah.
want. Don't worry about that. You know.
There you go.
What's up, Diabolical?
Absolutely.
Hey, Diabolical.
You know, I've actually had a few people tell me I ruined the Volvo by putting an LS in it. I'm in a bunch of Volvo groups on Facebook because I'm sharing the videos out.
No, that's not what ruined it. It's our craftsmanship that ruined it. It's
the car was going to the junkyard, so it didn't ruin anything.
Yeah.
No.
Are still on the road.
It is more on the road than it has been in years.
Yep.
and it works,
And
more or less.
works. It will get better. It is getting better as it goes,
It is.
but it's
It's
still not.
absolutely getting better. Yeah, it's just the tune. If you get that tuning right on it, that'll take care of.
You know what? That's the same thing
Yeah,
we were
most
struggling with in that Mustang.
Yeah.
Like, it just the air fuel ratio. I don't know what it is, but sometimes it's rock solid, and other times that thing's dancing like it's
Yeah,
doing
it's the same thing.
waltz
Sometimes
or
it'll be
everything.
right in the area it needs to be, and then the next day it's falling all over itself.
Yeah, it's the same thing on the Mustang, and we haven't pinned it down yet. But I think it's just a matter of we could just have to go and get it properly tuned.
Yeah.
360 in a Ranger, that'd be cool. That would be cool.
John.
No, Wesley, we're not on here, bud. This is a recording. You're just
You
watching.
have reached the pre-recorded recording of the live. Please check in again in an hour.
Please leave a thumbs up and a comment.
Yeah, crush those thumbs up, boys.
Yeah. Make sure to hit that thumbs up. As I say that, and I go hit it myself because I never did. Oh, I did.
Really, people were getting mad that they were putting Hemi in GM cars. I didn't. Well, there are some die-hard Chevy fans out there, so maybe so.
there are.
For me, I don't care.
Okay,
It's cool, man. As long as it's done right, as long as it looks good, I guess you say, and it works good. I don't care.
Well, you know what? Reignited. You guys know who he put a Hemi in a square body Chevy.
Really?
Cool.
Turned out really cool.
Off a lot of people.
Yeah.
The square body.
I'm toying with putting it in the 68 Chev.
Really?
Toying with it.
That would be cool.
I'm bouncing back and forth between the LS and just because the LS is so well supported, it just financially.
Oh, well, yeah. And for that vehicle, it should almost just go in. I mean,
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've talked to one guy at a car show, and he just dropped it right in there. He didn't modify nothing, none of the motor mounts, nothing. He just dropped it right in the C10, and away he went.
Yeah, I've heard that. And that's why people say this is. A lot of people do that because they drop in so easy.
Yeah.
That's why
give them 30 years. Hey, in 30 years, if it keeps going on the path that we're going on now, especially if they do another cash for junkers or whatever they did, we'll be excited to see any kind of gasoline engine. So
yeah,
you'll be like, oh, that Honda motor and that Toyota, you know,
that thing burns gas. That thing's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that one.
I mean, it wouldn't make me mad, but yeah, I'm sure some people would get mad.
Oh, I bet that. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, some people are so stuck on brands. I'm not stuck on any brand. I really,
well, you know, okay, let's talk about traditional hot rodding. So
yeah.
traditional hot rodding was taking the lightest car you get your hands on and the most powerful engine you could get your hands on from at the time, and it didn't matter where it came from.
Well,
But it was an
exactly.
American
Think of how
car.
many T-buckets have 350s in them.
Oh yeah.
Well, there's that, but I mean, there's a lot of stuff that had Mopar engines in it back in the day
Yeah.
too,
Oh, yeah, for
because
sure.
they were the hot engine.
Yeah.
So, hey, I like that body. I'm putting that Mopar in it. Now I got the best of both worlds.
Just to do some
Yeah.
burnouts and get people mad, and then take it out and put what you need in there.
There you go.
Well, see,
Yeah,
John,
what
you're right up my alley. I'll do it just to tick people off, not because I think that's the best thing I could possibly do for the car. I'm like, no, this is the best thing I could possibly do for a reaction.
If you're going to do it, plan it out that way. And this is
Yeah.
my advice, because I did it with a Maverick. Plan it out that you're going to get so much hate. I did it because I thought it would be funny, and some people thought it was funny, but boy, I got a bunch of hate on that, and I wasn't prepared. I knew there'd be a couple people mad, but
I'll tell
there
you
were
one of the
people
things
mad that set the car up.
I was thinking about I'm toying with it, is I'm thinking about taking the caddy. If the caddy doesn't work out, I'm thinking about taking the whole drivetrain out of that thing and put it in the 68 Mustang.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
Really ticking off, but I think that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Because
Is it an all-wheel drive one, or is it
all-wheel
a rear-wheel
drive,
It is all-wheel drive.
drive,
Hmm.
4-cylinder turbo. That thing makes 275 horse.
Oh yeah,
which is a lot more than that original
the
289
original,
did.
yeah, and it would ride so much better and stuff. Yeah,
And it's lighter and everything else. I think that would make a very cool project.
you know what would really be cool is a third-gen Camaro with all that.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
agree.
Of course, that people will be like, "Well, that's just supposed to go."
Well,
in there.
the new Camaro basically has that. Well, it is.
Yeah.
That's what the Caddy is.
Well,
right?
yeah.
It's-
Yeah. I was just saying for a third-gen Camaro to
but
get
third
that.
gen would be kind of cool. Yeah.
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 So I was going to ask you, Cletus, and didn't end up doing it, but apparently I should have now. If you wanted to do the whole dress up like Dad's thing for the car show, when we took the Volvo this past week.
Oh, not this next car show, but the next car show I go to that's not a YouTuber, dog car show. Yeah, I should do that. I should dress up like a dad.
Like tube socks and
Get
all.
my big BCGs. I think I still have them.
Yep.
The fanny pack. Gotta get the fanny
Yeah,
pack.
yes, I think I got a fanny pack.
There you go. Yep. Find a cell phone holster that goes on your hip.
Yeah, click.
Make sure you get that white bit of sunscreen on your nose.
Yeah, I think that. Look here, guys.
And the Hawaiian shirt, the Hawaiian car shirt.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
have one. I don't know the cars, but
I have a Hawaiian motorcycle shirt.
I got a truck shirt. Oh, my girlfriend used to get mad she hated that shirt, but I wore it to every car show.
I don't have that motorcycle shirt anymore.
yeah.
I think I got
Yeah,
rid of
no,
it. Talking to people.
Mine has like magnolia flowers on it or something, but it, I'll wear it. It'll work.
I don't have one of those. That's okay. I got like a fishing type shirt button up thing with some khaki shorts and.
Oh boy, John, I'm glad that there's not that many that I
Oh.
rented to Volvo loyalists, because that Volvo has BMW seats, Acura wheels, GM engine, GM transmission, GM horn, power steering pump out of a Camaro, Corvette accessories. I mean, it's got all kind of crap.
John,
just four parts for it.
Just to clarify what John is saying, that's not educate, that's edumacate.
Ah,
Yeah, you gotta say it right. Yeah. I'm going to educate you on that, John.
Now listen here. What you're doing wrong.
John. They gonna tell you. Let me tell you something here, boy.
Yeah, I'm going to school you on something. son.
Yeah. And nobody else is going to notice this, but I'm going to tell you something. That horn is wrong here.
See, if I had people like that. Of course, I'm not working anything classic like that. But if I was, I'm telling you, I'd be trolling people bad.
Oh yeah. Well, okay. I'll justify this a little bit. If you have a 71 Hemi, original 71 Hemi Cuda don't screw with it.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. If it's
Okay.
original or if it's 1 of 10 or something. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. You know, you got a 69 Trans Am convertible. Don't mess with it. You guys, those cars should be as they are.
Agree.
You know, as they came off the showroom floor or better. Now, you got a 6-cylinder version or something like that. Fill your
Well, if
boots.
it's all
whatever.
original and all in good shape, I still say don't mess with it. But if you have, personally, I say don't mess with it. If it's all in good shape and all original. But if you have one that you totally got to rebuild and it's in bad shape, why not? Do what you want.
Or like I said
Yeah,
before.
definitely, John. Definitely record the reaction. That's yes.
Oh, yeah.
Just to show, hey, old Mopar drivers, how are they? You know, old Mopar guys, how will they react? Yeah, I couldn't deal with it. I'm telling you, I just. Well, boys, we're going to shut this down. I appreciate y'all coming on and hanging out with me and talking. It's been good, man. I'm glad we got to catch up. Mongrels has been a little bit, bud.
Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah, it's always good to catch up.
Oh yeah, well, I'm sure we'll do another live. I don't know when I'll do my next live. It may be with 113 on John's channel.
Yeah.
Or 113 may not want to do it with me. That's fine too. I don't want this. I'm not gonna pressure him here, but
no, I think that'd be great.
Yeah, we gotta get you that pushed over 500. So
oh well, you guys will get 500 pretty quick.
Yeah, if I put out some videos, that'd probably help.
That would definitely help. Definitely help. Same thing for Mongrels, man. Y'all just gotta put out some videos and stay on it. Stay consistent. I know that you guys got a lot going on, especially Mongrels, and I know Ryan. I know you got a bunch of stuff going on for sure, helping me with this turd. And it's been crazy, but I appreciate everybody in the chat. I appreciate everybody, with their feedback and comments. And we got the car show this weekend. We got. Let me think what else we got coming up. Y'all got any videos coming out?
Nah. Well, when I get the Volvo one done, then I'll put it out. But that's going to be a week or two yet.
My next one should be the one for Roadkill.
Okay.
For
the 500.
Yeah, for the 500, no name 500. The little intro and the call out and that kind of stuff with it. So that should be my next video, no matter what. That should be my next video. So,
nice.
Yeah,
well, that'd be good.
Appreciate that.
All right. Well, we'll get off here. Like I said, we got the car show this weekend. Doing 50 shorts, 50 days. We're on day 5 right now. If you guys would like to join in on it, awesome. If not, that's fine too. We'll still see how it comes out. And appreciate everybody in the chat. We'll see y'all next time.
Yeah. Thanks, Evans Mopar. Okay, guys, take care.